Yo, yo, what's up with it? What's up? It's your boy Noonie back with another reading. This gonna be on all signs. We're gonna be asking a question. What's next in your love life? Oh, damn, I should have told him right now on IG. Oh, wait, I can share it though, because I'm live right now. What's up there, Marie? Share, copy, link, bop, story, bop, go to the thumbnail, bop. Okay, put the link, link. Then say, "Crap, look at me. Resourceful. Resourceful as fuck." Okay, there we go. Boom. What's up there, Kimmy? You made it. Hey, what's up, Jennifer? Hey, Linus. Linus. What's up, Kier? Kia. How you feeling? Hey, dude, Kimberly. Hey, Tracy Trace. Jenny, what's up? Leona. We got Ghetto Guru. How you feeling? Nice. Okay, so I know we starting forward today, y'all. So who cooking? You say you cooking? Are you cooking dinner? What you making, Kitty? Hey, K Mills. K Mills. Hey, Pentarina. Hey, Pentarina. All right, so I'm fitting we fitting to get started. I just had to share that to my story. And there's something else. Oh yeah, I need to go back to the library. Boom. So I can set my set the what you call. Hold on. Okay, we fitting to get started. Gotta put that on. Select my audience. Select the audience, not the kids. Okay. Put the thumbnail there. Okay, cool. So we started. All right. Okay, so what is that? Okay, well we about to start at Aries anyway, so you got lucky. All right, so what's next in your love life? Let's look and see. Let's get on Aries real quick. Aries. Okay, so Aries, what's next in your love life? All right, so you guys got fifth house. So that's gonna be romance, dating, lighthearted connections. So you guys are gonna be healing. So some of y'all is gonna be fun friends or romantic, like you know what I mean. Short. These are usually short-term relationships. You know what I mean? But that's what they're for. They're for like healing, for childhood play, for you guys to get more expressive, more communicative, to feel more confident, to feel more attractive. These are usually friends that come along when you're in a pretty or handsome phase. So you just may be a little bit more appealing than what you're probably used to at this time. You could probably already always be appealing, but what I mean is this is probably a little bit more attention than what's normal for y'all. All right. So that may be where the insecurity is going to come from because of Chiron. So y'all could also, so some of y'all may struggle with dating, but it may be because of like insecurities around just having fun. Maybe some of y'all don't really know how to engage with other people. Maybe you don't know how to connect, how to socialize, how to be playful. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a healing of that. And you guys are going to, and it also makes you guys more creative, more flirty, you know what I mean? Just more expressive and confident to do that. So that's what's coming next in y'all love life. So I guess these are going to be the scenarios or the situations that's going to be playing out for y'all to experience it. All right. So you guys are gonna find strength or maybe even a creative passion that some of y'all didn't even know that you had. You're gonna connect with people for the fifth house, you're gonna connect with people from similar interests. So either hobbies, entertainment, um, maybe wherever there's creativity or artistry going on. So, you know, maybe even when you're going out on the town, because the fifth house. So, you know, maybe you guys like become more theatrical at the time where normally you would just be shy. Now you guys, this could be just y'all coming into this energy. It just be around you. So maybe it's you, maybe it's just the people coming into your life, but the experiences are coming to heal an insecurity around romance, around dating. So it could be a Virgo, somebody else could be even a content creator, but they don't have to be. It could just be somebody who's like, or like a, like maybe even a scientist, an engineer, an MUA, somebody who's just very skilled at a set at a ability that they have. So I mean somebody's going to start oversharing with themselves soon. So it's somebody who's normally closed off, very reserved, or like, to themselves, they're gonna be reaching out to y'all. Yeah, we got the emperor. So it's somebody who's a big deal or a big maybe they just had a recent relationship. It's somebody who's been standoffish with y'all, is what I'm saying. So it's somebody who you guys would want to impress, or somebody who, well, yeah, somebody who you guys would want to impress, trying to create an opportunity to overextend themselves in a way, or like connect with you. Because we got the two of cups here. It's semi-verse with the five of swords and the temperance. So this makes so some of y'all is maybe somebody who's ending a relationship, or they're gonna say that they're not in a relationship. You know what I mean? I'm getting that vibe here because I got the temperance here, and what it's giving me is that this person doesn't want to miss out on a good thing. Like especially with the Wheel of Fortune here, they feel like there's a beneficial opportunity. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance. So it's somebody who feels like this would be a beneficial opportunity to deal with you. They may view you as a big deal too because of the Temperance. And with the Five of Swords, it's usually somebody who's going to probably try to not talk circles, but try to like it. Sometimes it could be lies. It could be white lies sometimes in an Aquarian way. It's not intended to be a lie, but like in their mind, they intend it. So let's just say this is somebody who's in a relationship. They may not be lying to you, they intended for this relationship to end, and that's why they're making this move. So this could somebody else could be like somebody who's doing something behind a partner's back, or is somebody who's recently experienced a breakup, and that's why it's supposed to be fun because they're probably healing. You know what I mean? Maybe you guys are in that same type of energy where you guys are healing too. What's up there, Lala? Maybe you guys are healing too. So it's that same type of energy. Somebody's going to open up and start expressing themselves with the two of cups. Some of y'all is going to be somebody you guys did walk away from because of the two of cups in reverse and the five of swords. But if that's the case, then they're trying to heal the connection between y'all by being a lot more fun, being a lot more upbeat, being maybe more generous of spirit, maybe bringing their presence back into the connection, like the real energy of the relationship. So they may just kind of like make a guest appearance back into your life because we do got the Wheel of Fortune here. They may just pop back up, but this some of y'all is just somebody who you guys will idolize. So even if it's like even if it's a newer person, it's somebody who you want to impress, and you already kind of like imagined or envisioned having XYZ type of experience with them. You know what I mean? You're gonna be having that. You're gonna be basically you probably get confidence to flirt with people, or they're gonna have the confidence to flirt with you. So either you're getting clever with the wordplay and the way that you start connections, or you know what I mean? Or the people around you are going to get clever in the way that they start up like conversations and connecting with you. Because the Five of Swords is here, which is like they want to talk, they're conflicted. Some of y'all, because they maybe feel like y'all haven't connected in a while. So maybe it's that. Because the Wheel of Fortune is here in the Temperance. So they may be kind of standoffish. Maybe you're standoffish towards them, something like that. It could be just people that you have like these silent power struggles with, meaning like, say we see each other every day, we walk past the mailbox, or I see you every day and I'm walking to the office. You said skip to the biggest, right? I know, right? Brown skin girl, I know, right? But let's say we're walking past the mailbox every day and we never say nothing. Let's say we go to the gym every day, we never say nothing. Let's say I see you at the job every day and we never say nothing. This is somebody who wants to talk, but like doesn't feel like you guys have a connection just yet. So they may just talk about anything. Case in point, here's a storyline. Uh, one of my neighbors, they see me out walking the dog. They say, "Where's his eyes at?" Bitch, do you care about his eyes? Where's my eyes at? Look at my eyes. You see my eyes? You don't care about no motherfucking dog eyes, but that's their intent to try to talk. That's what's going to happen with the temperance and that five of swords. It's going to be somebody who's going to try to make use of whatever's around y'all at the time to talk about it. You get what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. That's where it comes in like manipulative, or or it can come off as like a mixed signal, or it comes off as like misread because like what the fuck is that? It's just an intent to try to be within your energy or be in your space. You know what I'm saying? So exactly, you feel me? Like where's his eyes? What? We were only about like this far away from each other. How you don't see his eyes? All right. So anyway, if you guys are breaking up or ending a connection, what's going to heal y'all is dating. And dating doesn't have to be like dating. You guys could just be going out with friends. So you got your friends maybe taking you guys to a show, or taking you guys to events, or taking you guys to places that like you're going to meet more prominent people or a higher caliber partners. You get what I mean? So wherever you're going, even if you don't have a partner, or you're breaking up with a partner, walking away from a partner, you're either going into like they're going to feel like there's competition is what I'm saying. that's that's what I'm saying. They're going to feel like it's competition all of a sudden. So even if it's a past partner you walked away from, they're going to know something shortly. All right, so it could be a Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, Sag, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Leo. All right. Oh, wait, let's see what's on their mind real quick. Let's see what's on these folks' minds. Uh, expressing how I truly feel isn't easy. You make me want to grow in ways that I've always been afraid of. Okay. So I always think of these people who like self-improvement. Says Netflix and chill. So y'all may be spending a lot of time together or just being in each other's intimate space. So you may be like getting cozy with people or getting comfortable again, being around people or you know what I mean, or just chilling, being in people's personal space or them being in your personal space. It just you get close to it. And it says, I needed this separation to realize how much I do love you. So some of y'all I guess that is somebody who does want to heal it and be more playful or jokey joke or you know what I mean, date and shit. So some of you that may be what they intend to do because that emperor could be somebody who takes it more seriously. You know what I mean? They overgive too to try to create the opportunity that they want with you now. It's like you know maybe this could have been somebody who, like I said, some of y'all they would like you know they would give you those mixed signals at first, like I don't know, maybe you'll know for sure. They'll be a lot more serious this next go around. Okay, so Taurus, let's see. Let's see what's next. What's up with what's up with Taurus? What's next in your love life? Let's see. So what's next in your love life? Okay, second house. So second house could be about like connecting with people who have same value system as you, or same traditions, same work ethic. All right, could be a Taurus, could be a Gemini. Some of y'all gonna be connected with. It's gonna be some of y'all maybe somebody who's in your neighborhood or in your like normal environment, not like somewhere where you regularly go, but like in your community usually. That third house is usually your neighborhood. So if they're not in your neighborhood, they're like in a place where you probably go irregularly, but like, you know, maybe they're always there. All right. If not, you guys will be breaking out of a certain pattern. Certain values of yours are changing because we do got the comment here. So unexpectedly, certain stuff that you used to find worth your time or worth the energy or effort or stuff that you used to like find solace or comfort in may no longer be comfortable to you anymore. What used to be stable to you no longer feels stable anymore. So there's a big drastic change in your value system and the way you guys think about relationships or the way you guys think about investing into relationships and partners. All right, so some of y'all, there may be a partner that comes about that makes you unexpectedly want to commit. So that's possible too. You know what I mean? So because that maybe the way this person talks, they may catch you off guard with the way they communicate, you know, maybe like relationships or their value system. You're like, oh, okay. You do have self-worth, you're confident. I like what you stand for. So it could either be you doing this where you're like changing your value system and you're like feeling a lot more confident expressing it, or other people are coming into your life in this way unexpectedly and they're like exchanging their value systems, their beliefs and all that with you, and it's giving you guys certain types of breakthroughs. Whoa, wait, it's giving you guys certain types of breakthroughs. All right, so you may do a little bit more socializing. Like unusually, people are either going to be talking to you more, or unusually, kind of like Aries, you're going to be talking more to people. You know what I mean? And they're going to like your confidence. They're going to like how you take care of yourself, or they're going to like the presence that you have. You know what I mean? Your mindset, the way you talk. I think they like your maybe your accent, or they like your tone, the way you communicate your like your what's in your mind, basically. They're just going to kind of like that about you, and you're going to like that about them too. So it could be a sash or somebody who's a bragger or kind of braggadocious. Some of y'all, they may be foreign or they may be at a distance. It's somebody who likes to be chased though. So maybe you guys, maybe that may be the value system that some of y'all like may get into. But like you guys having just experiences when it comes to love where you guys may, oh, so you guys may not really be wanting relationships. I think what you guys are looking for is like partners who you guys can kind of see from time to time. I got Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse, Ace of Wands in reverse, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in reverse. So you guys may not, y'all may just really like partners who like when you want time, like you guys may be moody. That might really be what it is. Like you guys don't seem the most passionate about relationships at this time. Like kind of gives like a come and go as I please. You know, not really necessarily wanting to invest your all into relationships. You guys don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. That's the vibe I'm getting. You know what I mean? So you guys could be having some past partners coming back then. These maybe like past sexual partners or past experiences that you've had before that were pleasurable. Could be a Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, Sag. One of these signs. All right. I get most of these people being like, if these are past people, there's gonna be a breakthrough between y'all. It's gonna be an unexpected communication, call, text, email. Some of y'all just gonna try to pop up or come see you or something like that. So y'all could be having a little, I don't know, maybe one night stands, but these seem to be extended with the Ten of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Because some of y'all may go through these bouts where you guys are like feeling impatient with the relationship getting off the ground, and then other times you guys don't really want it. Like you guys kind of just want the experience, like the full combination. Like when I meet a partner, let's just jump straight into getting married. Or you're going to be meeting partners who feel that way, and they'll be talking like that. So that Knight of Wands sometimes could be frustration, and with the Ten of Cups, you may not share the same values. So some of y'all will be changing them. Others of y'all will be submitting yours, where you're like, nah, that's not what I want to do. I'm not going for that. You know, and others of y'all, you may go for it. That may be what you want to do. You know, with the Knight of Wands, it's could sometimes be somebody who's a Casanova, pretty smooth talker. I did say you'll like the way they talk, so maybe you go for it. Others of you, you may not. So this is somebody who doesn't really want the relationship. They want the security of the relationship or the appearance of the relationship. So on paper, because we do got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. But for some of y'all, they may, so no, you know what? Some of y'all, this may just be a sexual encounter simply because of this person's values. Like they're like some of y'all, they may come from like a, I don't know, maybe a certain family lineage, or they just have like a certain ancestral like value system that like is passed down, maybe generational in a way. So certain people, like some of these people want to initiate with you or want to go further, but like they have like a certain picture that doesn't align with yours when it comes to relationships. You know what I mean? So some of y'all may just be making these like just casual, sexual, see you when I see you. You know what I mean? Talk to them when you talk to them. And others of y'all, it'll be possibly you guys maybe doing something that you don't want, and that could be like locking in with a partner. And I say something that you don't want because it may be like maybe just it kind of feels containing. You know what I mean? Because these are people who have like a strict expectation about relationships. So like you may feel like I'm being closed in because that Sagittarius worst fear, especially when we start with the Knight of Wands, that worst fear is not being able to roam, not being able to explore, not having your independence anymore. So that may be some of y'all fear of not having your independence anymore. You know what I mean? Or just not having the experiences that you want. Some of y'all could even happen on a holiday. Y'all may have a visitor come see you on a holiday soon. So 'cause we do got Ten of Pentacles here, and Ten of Cups. So I do get you guys having some type of experience with somebody who you guys may not see it going, but so far, you know what I mean? But it's good for the memory or for the experience or for the time. It's somebody to keep you guys talking, socializing, you know what I mean? So that may be why you guys aren't necessarily like the most interested because it's like, well, it's not doing what I expected to do. So, you know, so you may be rushing too fast sometimes, or the people around you are rushing too fast. You know what I mean? You guys ought to get comfortable with just socializing with people and going out with people and like not rushing the finished product of getting to like interact with them. You know what I mean? Or I don't know, the people that you're, I don't know how you, maybe you need to communicate that with the people that you're dealing with because they may be trying to rush to like, you know, jump your bones or rush into some type of like marriage commitment. You know what I mean? So, all right. Anyway, oh wait, let's look what's on their mind. Let's see what's on their mind. Let me see what's on their mind. What it say? The way you touch me, wet dreams about you. So yeah, most of y'all will be sex. You're a gem. I don't want them. I want you. So some of y'all are dealing with somebody who may even have a relationship. Because I did notice that too with the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. That's usually just a player. But sometimes I just look past that. Sometimes it's just somebody who just wants to have the experience, especially with the Ten of Cups. It's somebody who wants to have like the relationship vibe, but like we're not in a relationship. But it feels like it, but I don't want to put all my eggs into the relationship because maybe they have something else going on because the Ten of Pentacles. But then others of y'all, I was thinking like their value system. You know what I mean? Like it's like safer. Like in some countries, even here sometimes foreign, mostly foreign people, and that's why I say with the Knight of Wands it could be foreign, but if they're not foreign, they may just have like old ancestral values that like are handed down maybe generation by generation that they hold true to. And they just kind of care about like how they look to their family. You know what I mean? Like for instance, say this was like you know, maybe Spanish or Asian or you know what I mean? Like just certain cultures, even and not all cultures, but just certain people or certain families or bloodlines feel that way. So some of y'all is like that, where it's like, I can have the experience with you, I just can't marry you. My mom may expect me to do this, or my dad may expect me to do this, or my family expects me to marry this way, or something like that. But like for the experience, this person is definitely down. So they may travel towards y'all or deal with y'all or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So All right, could be Aries, Leo, Sag, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Pisces, Sag, Capricorn, Gemini. All right, that'd be super crazy. Where they'd be like, I can't. I mean, I could just sleep with you, but I can't marry you. My mom would be so mad. You'd be like, what? Yeah, then I'll be kicked out of the will. You know what I mean? Because that Ten of Pentacles could be somebody who comes from generational money or has a lot of financial backing behind them. Some of you, or they have like a business or some shit like that, or something. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I can't jeopardize that for this relationship. So anyway, let's see. Gemini, what's next in your love life? Okay, what's next in your love life? A breakthrough, unexpected communication, breakthrough, or unexpected epiphany, big realization. All right, just unusual occurrences. Some of y'all may just be becoming unusually confident, unusually charismatic, outgoing, or people are doing this towards you to gain your approval. Unexpectedly, they're acting more unusual. They're acting weirder. They're a little bit happier when they see you. You're like, oh, what's going on here? Hey, you know what I mean? Like they're like proud of you. So people may even like, praise you a lot more, flatter you a lot more, compliment you a lot more, or you're just coming out in this type of energy where you're just feeling this way. Unusually, you're just telling people some of the best traits about themselves. But this is also really good because it's going to warm people up to you. So if it's you doing it, you're going to warm people up. If people are doing it to you, they're going to warm up to you. Quite sure that they will. You know what I mean? So you're going to have a breakthrough with people you may have had uncertainty with at some point. If there was relationships where there was like, maybe hot and cold, if there were connections with people that you were kind of wondering, are they into you? You know what I mean? Maybe you were kind of wondering, was I misreading it? They're going to warm up to you unexpectedly. So what's going to really catch it off guard is you should notice it because it's the comet. It's something unusual, and because of Uranus, it's the same energy. Something unusual. So what is unusual about the interaction? You know what I mean? Are they lively? Are they say you guys never talk, never say hi to each other? It's a hey. You know what I mean? Say they never text you. It's a text. Say they never followed you. It's a follow. Say they never liked the post. They like it. It's a subtleties. It's not really subtleties though with Uranus. It's like boom bow in your face. I didn't expect that coming from this person. So it's something along the lines of that. Some of y'all, they may become unusually generous with you. All right. You may just have an experience where people like these are gonna be significant events though. So this breakthrough or these realizations you're gonna have, some of y'all may just be of like you have the sauce right now. You're hot right now. So it's a good time to be you. You know what I mean? Which could also translate, doesn't always have to be romantic, but I know we're talking about your love life. But this can also translate to like people wanting to be generous with you in general. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily like you may have a partner in mind. It could just be like your coworkers, your neighbors, your friends, you know what I mean, your uh people you go to school with or some shit. People just, maybe wanting to win your approval, just wanting to tell you like, hey, you look attractive today. That's a nice dress. Or you know what I mean? They're just over the top is what I will say. Over the top is what you're gonna experience. So either you're gonna feel this way or you're gonna encounter people being this way with you. So it's gonna be a period of that. Gonna feel unusual though. All right, so you're gonna feel unusually magnetic. All right, we got 4 cups. All right, 4 cups, 5 of Pentacles. So some people who rejected you, and this could just be like people who maybe you made maybe you like, I'm not gonna say an ultimatum, but maybe you made like, said that you wanted this from them, and they were like, nah, nah, you know what I mean? Because that four cups of rejection, but I said it in a nice way. So maybe they say it in a nice way. They may have not said no, no, no. They were just kind of rejecting you in a way by like keeping their distance. You know what I mean? So and sometimes rejection could just be like they weren't acknowledging you. But here we go. We got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and we got the Death and the Fool. So they're gonna be trying to take a risk towards you guys because some of y'all they feel like you guys have other people that are like entertaining you. That's what they don't like. So that's where the Leo energy comes in because it's like, well, I'm gonna charm you. So they want to go. So this is somebody who's gonna start going above and beyond shortly. People that you left behind, or people who've just been around. Some of y'all, because the 5 of Pentacles, these could be roommates, colleagues, customers, clients. Um, Neighbors, people who just been around. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, strangers. They could even be fucking strangers. You know what I mean? Because with the 4 cups and 5 of Pentacles, what happens is they just get unusually comfortable with you. You know what I mean? And they start becoming undone. So like you start seeing because the Scorpios here in reverse and the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune, you start seeing them start acting out parts of themselves that they normally probably would have suppressed or hidden. That's what's unusual. So maybe they tell you something a little bit deeper than them. Because that 4 cups is just somebody who's trying to get comfortable with you, especially with the 5 of Pentacles, is usually somebody you would reject because we've already had this experience. I'm kind of over it. You know what I mean? But for some of y'all, it could just be somebody who maybe was like around and they just never made a move, never expressed themselves, especially with the death. They're going to take a risk towards y'all and try to interact with y'all and offer love. We got Queen of Cups. And the Four of Cups was still giving me that vibe because it's a Cancer card. It was still giving me like a Queen of Cups vibe. So it's somebody who wants company, wants you around. And if it's a past person, it's a past person who misses you. They miss y'all presence. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're comfortable with you. You know what I mean? So some of y'all are gonna try to spend some time with y'all or just try to be around you. You know what I mean? They may follow y'all around. Some of y'all, they may follow you. That may be the unexpected breakthrough. They may follow you. Like if y'all don't follow each other on social media, maybe they follow you. You know what I mean? Unexpectedly, I think that's what's about to happen for some of y'all. And then some of y'all, this is another storyline that I was just picking up. Because this may be also what really happens for a lot of y'all. Some of y'all may be getting this acknowledgement from somebody who it may be somebody who's famous or popular. All right. Because that may be also what brings these people back into your life. You know what I mean? They may see the attention, the recognition, the, you know what I mean, the approval that you're getting from others. They may see that other people are trying to win your, you know, win your affection, all that shit. And they don't like that. There's somebody who does not like that. They don't like you getting cozy and comfy with nobody else. So that's why they're going to be trying to come back. I would say out of jealousy, but it's really because you were a sanctuary or security to them. You know what I mean? They could count on you. You was like their some of y'all like their last like a real chance when it came to like relationships and that light to them. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that like they can't get any other relationships, but I mean in terms of like what they would value, where they would feel safe at, that was you. That was you. So, you know what I mean? That's why they coming back. Cause it's like, damn, maybe they used to live with you. Maybe you used to house them. Cause that Five of Pentacles could be like, I just feel safe, secure when I'm around you. You know what I mean? So, you know, maybe you're like a mom to them, maybe you're like a dad to them or something along the lines, or you were just a sense of like security or a sense of safety. And that maybe the people that they're around now just don't make them feel that way. They feel uncomfortable. Like, nah. So that's why they're gonna try to open up toward y'all. And then for others of y'all, they just want to see things turn around differently with y'all. Like if it's somebody who's been around and never talked to y'all, they just want to break the uncertainty between you and just kind of see what can happen. You know what I mean? Especially with this death here. So some of y'all may be a taboo connection, which could be, I don't know what taboo may be for you. Some of y'all could be like coworker to coworker, neighbors, what I say? How about now? Let's not say that. I was about to say student teacher vibes. Maybe if you're a professor, because they're usually legal, but like you know what I mean. I know grade school or high school or some shit. That's yeah, you going crazy there, bro. Sis, don't do that. Uh, I don't know. Just it could some of y'all could just be taboo in that way. You know what I mean? Like it just maybe some of y'all could be too close for comfort with the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Too close for comfort, maybe. So anyway, Scorpio, Aries, like wait, let's see what's on their mind real quick. Let's look and see what's on their mind. I keep up with your business through mutual friends and family. Okay, so Five of Pentacles is somebody that you guys are familiar with. Well, Three of Cups, Four of Cups is somebody you guys are familiar with. Five of Pentacles is somebody who's probably been around but feels left out, looked over, overlooked type of energy. You know what I mean? Maybe some of y'all they got kicked to the curb themselves. That might have been really what went on. You know what I mean? It says when you express how you feel, it turns me on, even when you're mad. And I keep tabs on you through your social media. So it's somebody who keeps a lot of tabs on y'all at this time. So they be watching your social media and all that shit. Anyway, they're gonna take a risk to try to interact with y'all differently than how they've always interact with y'all. So some of y'all they just came across your social media. Oh, that might be what it is. Some of y'all they came across your social media and seen you as lit. It was like, oh, snap. People like her. She got this many followers, this many likes. Oh, you know what I mean? Or they may have seen maybe a celebrity following you or a celebrity commenting or some shit. They was like, oh, this is the one. Oh, you know what I mean? So we'll see. Anyway, it could be Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Sag, Cancer. I said Aries? Yeah, I did say that. Yeah. Some of y'all, it's maybe somebody who y'all may have already interacted with before. Yeah, most of these are people you've already interacted with before. They just like those interactions didn't really go nowhere. They didn't yield any fruit, nothing. You know, maybe it's bad timing, any of that. But what they about to do is try to get realigned with y'all. So this could be like a coworker, colleague, or somebody who's like maybe, or even a classmate who starts taking the same classes as you, or starts showing up at the same time as work as you, or maybe you go to the coffee spot before you clock in. They be at the coffee spot waiting on you. You know what I mean? Like it's somebody who's going to probably start knowing your routine and start trying to like follow y'all. Remember I said that they're gonna follow y'all or tail y'all or something like that. So all right. So Cancer. So Cancer. Let's see, Cancer. What's next in your love life? Nothing. You know y'all gonna be in bed. I ain't doing shit. Y'all don't even talk to people. I don't want to go nowhere. People talk to y'all be like, stink face. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Even my boy, even my cousin, and he's a Cancer, and he's single as hell, and he be at home all the time, and he be complaining and crying all the time. Every time somebody try to like him, every time somebody try to like his raggedy ass, he act like that. I'm like, yo, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know. Maybe sometimes I'll be making it hard too, but like, come on, bro. People be wanting to love you. All right. So anyway, Cancer. Let me see. What's next? Well, that wasn't it. Let's look. What's next in your love life? So we got Sagittarius energy. Okay, so you guys are gonna be exploring. So this could be travel. This could be dealing with foreigners. This could be changing your philosophy. Some of y'all are. You got love. So some of y'all are gonna be dating around, exploring love options and love, exploring the types of relationships that y'all really want. So some of y'all are gonna be having maybe a broader perspective or bigger experiences when it comes to love. So y'all could be dating somebody who you guys view as a big deal. It's gonna be somebody who's gonna teach you guys or show you guys the world, or you guys are gonna be just experiencing life in a totally different way through this person. Some of y'all they are foreign or they're at a distance because of the Sag energy. Could be a Libra, could be a Taurus, could be a Sag. All right. So we do got Juno. So that means that this could be sometimes Juno can have to do with like relationships that could be abusive at times. But usually with the Sag Juno, that usually means that y'all have like a long distance relationship. It's a commitment, but we're at a distance. You know what I mean? Our values or I mean our philosophy is about growing together overall. We have just a big picture in mind. It may not have all the finer details that you would like to have to it, but the big picture in the mind is that me and you are together. So, so that's what. So y'all may be dealing with somebody who's possessive. If they're not necessarily at a distance, it's just their value system is that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like even if we're not together, we're together. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So, mm, did I do this already? Wait, I did three already. So we're doing these. Let's look over here. Okay, so let me see. There's gonna be somebody who you guys can have equal give and take with, though. They also have a lot of self-worth, attractive partner, appealing. You guys may be also changing your aesthetic. So maybe you guys are dressing different, like maybe dressing like in a different culture wise, or like say I'm from the East Coast. So let's say I start dressing like people maybe in New Orleans or in Florida or in New York, or I start dressing like Philly people, or well, that's in the same, there's in the same region. Let's say I start dressing like Florida people, not Florida. Yeah, Florida could be one, or like I said, Louisiana, or I start dressing like Texas people, or I start dressing like Cali. You know what I mean? Or even Seattle. Let's say I start dressing like maybe even cowboyish, but I'm on the East Coast. We don't have cowboys here. It's not a thing here. You know what I mean? We do have horse riding, but we don't. That's not a thing here. You know what I mean? So I'm giving you an example where you may be changing your aesthetic, some of y'all to match maybe a different environment. You know what I mean? So I think that's what it is. You guys are wanting to appeal maybe to a different environment, or you are starting to appeal to a different environment. You know what I mean? So this could be like you're a big fish in a small pond for some of y'all. When it comes to romance, a lot of people may like find you guys to be their ideal partner. All right. So that's gonna be good for y'all. So you guys do have potential to have long term if you want. All right. So what we got? We got the lovers upright too. I knew it. See, dating, romance. You guys may have choices in love when it comes to romance. All right. So these may be people who take on some of your free spirited ways. They may be, or you may take on their free spirited ways. They may be adventurous. They may be, I don't know, outgoing. These may be people who are coming back for some of y'all, Six of Swords, or like connections that were stagnant at some point. So they may have been like, maybe you guys were talking a little bit. Yeah, I got Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, the Moon. Maybe there was obscurity about like what are we, where they're going. You guys, so some of y'all are gonna be like learning how to accept uncertainty. I know that's an issue with y'all because we got the Five of Pentacles and the Moon. So these are gonna be people who trigger y'all fears of abandonment, fears of being left alone, fears of not having security. You know what I mean? You guys are gonna be dealing with those type of people, or these are the type of people that you're gonna be encountering. People who have a fear of losing you. You know what I mean? People who don't want to be without you. So if these are past people, these are past people who feel like you've already moved on. You've already accepted things for what they are. You already are dating or happy in another connection. So that's why they're also coming back. You know what I mean? And it's because it's the seven of swords with the six of swords, the six of swords and the ace of swords in reverse. That's the seven of swords. So it's somebody who in hindsight is realizing, oh, I messed up. They're coming back towards y'all. So they're going to do some type of bold action. There's the seven of swords in reverse too. They're going to do some type of bold action. If you're not in a relationship and a past person isn't coming back into your life, then it's just a connection that was kind of slow to like move forward or progress or transition. There's going to be a heart to heart talk. Now, seven of swords, though, in reverse is like this person may be being strategic with you. They may be saying what they need to say to be able to get the outcome that they want with you. So that may be it. You know what I mean? So I think this is like, because with the Five of Pentacles here, some of y'all, they may want to move in, or they may need you for resources. They may need you for something. And the moon being here with the Five of Pentacles, it's usually a secretive affair. So this person may be feeling like they're missing intimacy, closeness. Like they may be like, let's say this for some of y'all, this could be somebody who's in a relationship with the Seven of Swords and the Lovers, because the moon is here. This is usually a secretive affair, especially with the Five of Pentacles. Some of y'all, somebody who like is like going through maybe grief or going through some type of like emotional tough time. It could be you, because if that's you, then it's somebody else who's like, coming about who kind of already perceives this in you, and they're going to be making a bold action towards you. Because like they already kind of know, like, oh, you don't be around nobody. You don't really have much friends. So it could be somebody who scoped you out, noticed like who you interact with, or who be like watching you, or who be talking to you. And then they just find a way to get closer to you. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of different people around y'all, especially with the Lovers. You have choices in love. And with the Five of Pentacles and the moon, these are people who are just like Gemini. They've been around for a while. They just never made a move. So with the Aquarius energy, I mean, well, we got Aquarius energy with the Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, and we got Sagittarius energy. These are your roamers, or somebody who's going to take initiative. So they're going to take initiation. Even if these are past people, they're going to try to bring up a conversation where y'all was at before, or they're going to try to like take things back to where they were once before through a conversation, you know what I mean, through a heart to heart, and accepting either their fault or accepting like, maybe how they should have presented themselves the first time. You know what I mean? So it's something along the lines of that. It's people who feel left out behind by you. They already feel like y'all are happily connected to somebody, even if you're not. In their mind, with the moon, they've already kind of imagined that you guys are comfy. You already have a partner. You're not, you know what I mean? You don't need anybody. So, you know what I mean? And then there's somebody, like I said, some of y'all is the story of them having a partner and trying to be sneaky with y'all. Because maybe their partner is like, let's say if they say it's a man, his wife is maybe in the army, or she's a woman, she has a husband in the army, or a boyfriend in the army, or whatever. Somebody, like, I'm giving you examples. They don't have to be this deep, but it could be something along the lines where they have like somebody who's they're not there. Like maybe their husband always works, or their girlfriend always works, or something. Like she's a nurse or some shit and she's never there, or something along the lines of that. You know what I'm saying? They may make up these obscure stories where you kind of feel bad for them. You know what I mean? Just to kind of like make something happen, just to kind of connect with you. They sometimes like they just come up with any reason. Some of y'all people just come up with any reason just to try to build intimacy with you. Bullshit ass conversations are coming your way because people find you to be so attractive. They're like, yo, you're so beautiful. You're so handsome. That's really it. All right. So you're gonna be meeting a lot of different people. Five of Pentacles, a lot of different people who already idolize, romanticize, and like fantasize what this relationship could be before they even know you. You get me? All right. Or you're gonna be like caught up in scenarios where you're doing this. You know what I mean? But I still get you guys connecting with partners. So like, you guys, if you're connecting to a partner, you guys may not be able to like move on from this partner. You guys just may accept them as they are. You know what I mean? Find your own solace within the connection. You know what I mean? And learn to deal with uncertainty. So some of y'all are doing that, and then others of y'all are not doing that. You guys are like adventuring and seeing what else can go out there, what else can happen. That moon usually means there's a secret affair that's going to happen. It says, I want to put a ring on it. So some of y'all, they do want to put a ring on it. But there could be a talk about that. Ace of Swords is here. But this could be somebody who did delay maybe trying to propose to y'all or something, or maybe tried to propose to y'all before and is going to try to propose again. But somebody wants to put a ring on it. All right. And then what else? I missed that ass. That is a past person or people that you've had the experience with before. And it says, you're a little bit crazy, but I love it. Okay. And trap king, queen. So it could be somebody who wants to trap you, or they be doing something that they shouldn't be doing. All right. So I did say the signs: Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Taurus, Sag. Okay. Thank you in advance. Oh, thank you so much, Kitty. Oh, thank you. Piece of candy. Piece of candy. Okay, so let's look at this for Leo. What they talking about? Oh, wait, damn. Before it go flat. Hold on. Okay, so Leo. Let me shuffle it up. What's next in your love life? All right, so what's next in your love life? Okay, 12th house. So some of y'all gonna be getting closure or talking to somebody. Maybe you guys are repeating the pattern all over again. We got Gemini in the 12th house. So the 12th house, especially with Gemini, usually has to do around like depression, but fake depression. It's not like you're not depressed. It's just that you be depressing yourself. So this could be like you guys are like perceiving things to be worse than what they really are during this time. So like relationships may not really be that bad because 12th house usually means that you guys are having love at first sight. But a lot of the partners that you guys are encountering or a lot of the experiences that you're having, you guys are misreading. You guys are seeing them from a more skewed position. So like if you're in a relationship, then this could kind of be in a bad way. But like if you're not in a relationship, this could be in like I mean it's in like in a negative way, but it could be in a good way because like you're just misreading stuff. You know what I mean? Like things that are like were once hidden to you or things that you guys once overlooked are about to start revealing themselves to y'all. And this could be like people, because you guys are gonna have a lot of conversations with people who've like maybe been hard to read or hard to communicate with. You guys are suddenly gonna have like an understanding of each other. And you may not really have like you may start picking up on like subtle clues, subtle signs. Maybe you just start picking up on their mood and starting to understand it without words. You guys may also find like your own way of communicating with people that like speaks to their subconscious, so like when you're asking for them to do something or when they're trying to get you to do something, it's almost like neurolinguistic training. You know what I mean? Like they're able to communicate in a way where it just kind of like bypasses your defense mechanisms. Either you're learning to do this or the people around you are going to be doing this to you and you're going to be picking that up. That Gemini is also very observant and also catches a pattern but learns very quickly. So you're going to be picking this up. Some of you are going to be getting real better, like really good at like catching your limited patterns or looking at when you're projecting onto things that may not necessarily be there. You know what I mean? Like, and this could be like where you over romanticize situations, or where you're like too pessimistic about these situations. What's up there, Madge? You guys are going to start becoming a lot more clear about these things and starting to like kind of be able to differentiate the two. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is real. This is how I know I can trust this. This is my feeling, so I can trust this. Or this is what I thought about the situation or how I'm perceiving the situation. I can trust it. So your view on things are going to change, or your feelings about things are going to change. All right. So you guys may become also a little bit more social and like more willing to talk about your feelings, more willing to talk things out. So I feel like it's somebody who's trying to come back around for closure and wanting to talk things out, but it's just somebody who just wants to open the lines of communication and maybe just try to feel you out, see where you are with it at this time. Like, what's going on? How are you feeling at this time? What is it? Nine of Pentacles. So it could be a Libra, Virgo, Taurus. It's usually somebody who's independent. All right. So Bachelor, the Bachelorette. Ten of Swords here too on the bottom of the deck. So it is somebody who either one or two things. Because I did see with the 12th house, this could be somebody who you guys have like they have been around for a while, because it's almost like Cancer and like Gemini. So somebody who's been around for a while, but maybe never really talked, or there was like a difficulty communicating with each other or understanding each other, or there was just like sometimes it could be like they were projecting on you a more negative or a more like, unpleasant, version of you, or you could have been projecting on them. What I'm saying is there's a fog that's going to be lifted soon. So somebody who maybe at one time wasn't that appealing to you before is suddenly going to look really good to you now. Or somebody who you weren't appealing to before is suddenly going to see you as more attractive now, or more of like a viable partner now. So that's what's going to happen. Ten of Swords here. So either if it's a newer person, older person, don't really matter. They're going to try to break the ice with y'all. All right. So trying to show up looking good. It's a high maintenance partner though. So this is somebody who already probably has everything going for themselves or just expects a lot out of their partners. Maybe it's you. If it's not them going that way, it could be you starting to take on that philosophy. You know what I mean? I got King of Pentacles as a partner and Queen of Pentacles. So let me tell y'all this. I don't know if you guys can have kids. If you can't have kids, then don't take this part. But that's what some of y'all, that's what their intention is to do. To try to have kids. All right. To try to get you to need them or to try to get you to like make them feel wanted. It's something you're gonna have a partner who, oh, okay, oh, with the 12th house. All right, so with 12th house, you guys are gonna be having partners who are needy, clingy. They want to feel wanted by you. They like to feel needed by you. You know what I mean? Like they invest a lot of their time, their energy, their resources into y'all. Some of y'all are trying to put a baby in y'all because they feel like y'all are too single, too happy. And then others of y'all, it's the reverse, where you're dealing with partners who are like too happy single, too confident out here doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? They're out going to the highest bidder at this time. So some of y'all maybe trying to lock a partner down. But I got the sun here in reverse. So I get a vibe of somebody on one side or the other is trying to dim the other down. So an example of this is I liked you on Instagram where you were getting all those views, or I liked you at the gym when you was looking super sexy wearing those small shorts and small shirts or whatever. But as soon as you and I started getting to know each other, or I started like investing my time, energy into you, that shit needs to stop. So if somebody's coming into your life in that way, all right. So this may be a partner who does a whole lot for you. You know what I mean? So this may be a partner who tries to buy your love, especially with the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like this may be somebody who's self-absorbed. I don't know which part of the story you may be on, but like somebody who's self-absorbed or really focused on their needs. Like you have a single person, they'll spend money on it. Some people they're like really a business professional person. You know what I mean? So they may be more focused on monetary gains and not really focused on your needs. Like you may have certain needs that they're not really paying attention to, especially with the sun here. They may just kind of see it more as like fun. You know what I mean? Or you may feel this way about this person. I don't know. I almost wanted to say a pastime for some of y'all in a way with the 5 of Cups. Like you may be helping this person get over grief or get over, or some of y'all just you could be just helping this person. I don't know. Maybe like find their confidence again, especially with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Or this would be somebody who's coming into your life to help you with that. Either which way, you're gonna be having these deep and profound conversations with people in general, where maybe at one time you used to be anxious about having them, or you used to be afraid about what having these conversations could mean, because that 10 of Swords was there earlier. You know what I mean? And that just, or these people were having these fears about what these conversations could mean. Like, normally if we have an uncomfortable conversation, it could mean that this is the end. You and I will never talk again. But like you're having uncomfortable conversations and like continually having them and being able to like get something or substance or get something from the connections around y'all. The sun in reverse just means that it wasn't like how you really expected it to be or how you always hoped it to be. It's not your full, complete happiness, but the experience is well worth having because of the sun in reverse and the 5 of Cups. Like, you know what I mean? It helps you guys get over a certain stage, maybe where you guys were bashful, shy, afraid to put yourself out there. It's somebody who comes into your life to kind of give you more light, more spark into your life. Even if it was somebody who took it from you in the past, when they come back around, you feel like recharged. You got energy all over again. So it's somebody you're probably repeating a pattern with coming back around, but it could just be people who were around at one time who maybe didn't acknowledge certain traits about you that you wanted them to acknowledge. Like maybe you have a beautiful smile, but maybe you don't have no cakes. Maybe you're very handsome, but you're not, like let's say you're a man, but you're not that tall. You know what I mean? You're handsome, but you're not tall, bro. Let's say that or you're handsome, but you don't got no money, bro, or you're really frail, or you know what I'm saying? Like anything. It could be anything. It could be anything. I'm just giving you like examples. It was something because with Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles, it's somebody who feels like there's something that's missing from y'all connection. Just something. Maybe they just want to be single. Maybe they just want to like work on their finances, their money. Because that Queen of Pentacles could be somebody who's really focused on like what she can gain from the relationship. And the King of Pentacles is in relationship for they're usually in the relationship for anything but love. They'd be into it for the more practical. They have love, but the love is of the same goal. The goal is that we leave a legacy. We buy a house, we get cars, we live in luxury, we live comfortable. That's what this King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles is about. So some of y'all are dating somebody who's extremely materialistic or extremely into like having the finer, nicer things. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be approached by them soon. You know what I mean? And when I say you're gonna be approached by them, it's gonna be in a subtle way. It's going to be in a subtle way with the moon, with the 12th house. It's going to be in a subtle way because the King of Pentacles don't be doing shit, and the Queen of Pentacles don't be doing shit. You know what I mean? The Nine of Pentacles definitely don't do shit. So the sun is there. It's just them like maybe trying to make their appearance known, maybe try to spruce themselves up a little bit more, maybe try to make themselves look nicer. So it'd be like people who are around you guys trying to stand out to y'all. That's what will happen. And I don't know what that means to y'all. Or it just could just be a period of time where you're doing this, where you're really standing out towards people, but the people that come into your life, Like they see you as a serious investor, but they start trying to get controlling. You know what I mean? And they're like extremely selfish when it comes to your needs because they're probably paying for stuff or buying stuff that you want, or you know what I mean? It's more about them because they're loving you and material. So the sun here, the sun is just in reverse. So it means like it's happiness, but like it's not what I imagined my happiness to be. Like I wanted some love in that too. Like, sure, you got me the Bentley, you know what I mean, or the whatever you got me, you know what I'm saying? But like I would have loved a little affection, a little love too, or a little bit like, you know what I mean? So somebody else, somebody's gonna try to buy your love soon. You know what I mean? You may inherit something from them, or they may give you something that they've like gotten just to make up with y'all. All right, so it could be a Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Gemini. Is that all of them? I said Scorpio, I said Pisces, Cancer, Leo, Aries. Okay, no, I didn't say Sag. Okay, cool. But it was most of them though. All right, just had to make sure. Oh, let's see what's on their mind real quick. Shoot. Let's see what's on their mind. Let me see what's on their mind. He said he'll inherit my claws. As soon as he call you, Kitty, is that the one that be locked up? Or is he the one that's on just on the other? He's like at a distance. I keep tabs on you through your social media, so they be watching your social media. What else? That doggy style. So there we go. He said he's locked up at a distance. Okay, yeah. So soon as I was about to say, soon as that call come through, you're gonna push zero. This is a call from from the California justice system. If you want to take this call, please press zero. Oh, you don't even have the. Oh, you don't. Yeah, you gonna pick that call up so fast. Soon as that line, soon as the phone ring, can you pick it right up? You be on live. Everybody watching you. It says you make me feel like a teenager again. I run when it gets real. So it's somebody like that. All right. I'm live right now. I was just telling them about you. I'm just messing, Kitty. All right, so Virgo, let me see, Virgo. We talking about, we talking about. All right, so Virgo, let's see. What's next in your love life? Where we at with it? What's next in your love life? Oh, that want to come out. Because we got Aquarius energy, so unusual stuff, that's for sure. Sometimes it could just be like somebody's going to try to make amends with you or try to take a detached approach, or you guys are taking more of a detached approach when it comes to dating, when it comes to romance. You guys may be looking at things totally different, you know what I mean? Especially with the Aries energy, this could make you guys unusually assertive, or people are going to be unusually assertive towards you guys, and they're going to like your little peculiarities. So this is the thing about y'all that you're going to probably really like in your love life. The people that you guys are dealing with, they're going to be taking the action on y'all, but they're going to be taking action in a way that maybe is a little unusual to y'all, but you're going to find yourself liking it. You're like, damn, like let's say if you're a man and this was a woman, she's a little bit more aggressive than they normally would be. She's a little bit more strategic and a little bit more detached than she normally would be. Like maybe you are used to women who are more like obsessive, more emotional, more clingy. This is somebody who's more of like reserved. I don't really need this partner. They're very independent themselves. So you may like this about this person, that they're independent and they have the same air of like disdain, detachment, and discernment as you. You know what I mean? So you'll like this about this. If you already have a partner, then you guys are just getting into the energy of like, you have your needs, I have mine, and we may agree to disagree at times. We find a diplomatic approach to where we are like being overly critical of each other and we soften it. You know what I mean? Or we just like, if there's a need that I'm not taking care of, then be confident enough in yourself to take care of it for yourself. But understand that it's not personal, that I'm not taking care of it. So there could be talks like that you're having with partners where you guys are getting down to like the very bottom of things, but it's making sense to both sides. All right. So you may be becoming a lot more impulsive, becoming a lot more aggressive, becoming a lot more confident. You know what I mean? This could also mean that you guys may start taking care of your health a little bit more. Maybe you start tidying up a little bit more. Usually around this time with the Virgo energy, it means that you guys just start taking care of like crossing your T's, dotting your I's. You too, Kitty. Thanks for being here. Crossing your T's, dotting the I's. You know what I mean? Starting to see results for your hard work. So like whatever little issues that like, let's say that you were having issues looking at other people's perspectives without bias. Wherever you've been putting that little bit of effort into, and I say a little bit, wherever you've been paying attention to the minor details with those things, and like allowing what really resonates with you to like stick with you, or what you really are hard pressed on to like be your, I guess, your gauge for situations, then it gets easier with with the relationships. It gets easier to get what you really desire from people. All right. So somebody gonna be dealing with the Aries, gonna be dealing with Aquarius, be dealing with a Virgo. These may not be your usual type. And it doesn't mean like in a bad way. It just means like this may not be what you're used to dating when it comes to romance, because maybe they have their independence. Maybe they're very assertive. Maybe they also don't care if they have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So it could be it could be one of those. It's like I don't really care either. You know. So you said she lame. Damn, what they do? What she do? All right, let me see. So I know what though, you guys aren't going to be as like perfectionistic during this time. So in your love life, what's going to help you guys is to be more straightforward with people, more blunt with people, be confident in taking the lead at times, even if it feels uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like you guys already have the independence that you need within yourself. So it's like just go out and just have fun. Like not, I'm not gonna say have fun, but like go out without expectations. That's what it is. You guys are like, some of y'all, that's what's holding y'all back is these critical expectations of like, I'm gonna say delusion or grandeur, you know what I mean? Like expecting, like sometimes Aquarius could be people who are too head of a too, what is it, too far ahead of their time when it comes to love. You know what I'm saying? Because they already know where it could be. It's like almost like a Capricorn. They know where it could be, but like where it's at right now is just not practically. We may not get there to understand what we should be doing just yet. Maybe not in your lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, sure, maybe we should be married. Sure, everybody should be raising kids this way. Sure, we should have a world where there's not a lot of trash where you live at. Sure. But in theory, sometimes it's a lot easier spoken than what it is like lived out. So I'm getting that vibe at this moment. Like, oh, what's up there, Twan? All right, so I do get you guys getting your confidence back though. All right, so you guys maybe, like I said, be going out more, taking action on stuff that you really desire. Becoming more outspoken. Maybe posting stuff you normally wouldn't post. Just kind of like getting out of your comfort zone. For real, for real. We got the hangman here. Okay, cool. And if it's not you getting out of your comfort zone, it's people around you are getting outside their comfort zone, trying to figure out what it is that you need. So they'll be more assertive, more aggressive, more straightforward with what it's still it's still assertive. So like they'll just kind of let their intentions be known, but like in a sense where it comes off very nonchalant. We got 4 cups. Some of y'all's gonna be past people, but these could just be, again, with the 4 cups, it could be people who are trying to get comfortable with y'all. Maybe they felt like they missed out on the opportunity. Maybe it was presented before, but maybe at one time, some of y'all, they could just made a bad advance at one time. So maybe they tried you in the wrong way, or it was just, I don't know, maybe you just weren't ready for it. Maybe you could have already been like heartbroken or dealing with another situation. Some of y'all, they could have just been younger than what you're used to. It could even be that, you know what I mean? But with the Page of Wands here, somebody who fell in love with y'all very quick or very easily, fell in love with y'all easily. So it could be an Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Sag. Definitely, we got Knight of Wands. Could be a King of Swords. Could be a Capricorn, Aquarius. Yep, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Sag, Scorpio. So that's Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Sag, Capricorn. All right. So anyway, so you're dealing with partners who are like nonchalant or trying to keep things under wraps. So 7 of Swords and the Judgment is definitely love at first sight for them. So as soon as they viewed you, and especially with that Page of Wands, that's somebody who definitely falls in love very quickly. You guys may be dealing with some of y'all younger people, but then also older people. Because we do got King of Swords and then we got Knight of Wands. Y'all may be dating around. I think that's really what's going to be happening here. So y'all may be having a different detached approach to when it comes to relationships. Like you may want to keep your sovereignty or keep your singlehood. You know what I mean? Y'all have like expectations about relationships, but I get you guys still just kind of like wanting to engage, like wanting company or wanting closeness, intimacy. It don't have to always be sex, but it could just be like you just maybe want partners to go on trips. You want partners to just be around. Some of y'all could just be like maybe hanging out with your friends more. 'Cause that 4 cups are friends, past friends come back around to hang out. So some of y'all may go on a guy's trip, girls trip, something like that. You know what I mean? Go foreign or some shit like that, or just connect to people or something like that. But that King of Swords is here in reverse, and the 7 of Swords. So some of y'all are being very too strategic when it comes to romance. Too strategic, too demanding, too callous when it comes to love. You're like looking at it like a business, which isn't what's I mean, I'm with you on that. I understand uh transactional. But with the King of Swords in reverse, y'all may not be saying that. Because that may be what you guys are looking for when it comes to relationship. Transactional. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just have to say it. That's why I say y'all guys are like becoming a lot more bolder. Where like if you want them to pay for it, say it. I want you to pay for this. I want you to buy this. I want you to do this. You may be getting comfortable doing this, telling people that, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I want this. This is what I'm expecting. So you guys may be demanding more of certain like relationships you have, or you guys are like learning from, like I said, detached analysis and certain experiences what the do's and don'ts are. So it's like maybe like a vetting process with the King of Swords and the Seven of Swords. This is like a vetting process, but a different vetting process. You know what I mean? It's one where like maybe you guys may have overlooked it at one time. You didn't think about this way. Hmm. I didn't think about doing it this way to get to where I want to get to. So it's that coming up for y'all. All right, but you will have people approaching y'all. You got people who want to chase y'all, the Knight of Wands. Some of these are past people who feel like they missed out, though. Feel like they missed a chance that, maybe it was offered to them at some point. You know what I mean? Especially with the judgment here. They're trying to renew it. So they're coming up with a strategy about how to renew it, how to get your focus back on them, maybe how to get you comfortable again, what they like trying to figure out what they need to give you to like fulfill you, even if it's just for a temporary moment, because the Knight of Wands is not a long-term person. So like that's why I really feel like y'all may be like just having fun, just exploring, because that Knight of Wands is about exploring. You know what I mean? You guys are learning maybe not to be so critical when it comes to relationships. You don't have to. Shit. I don't give a shit if you do, you don't. It's your life. I'll be having fun in mine. My love life be cool. I have fun. It fall apart a little bit, but then it come back together. And that's just the joy of it. You know what I mean? So maybe I don't know. Maybe you guys don't like that. Maybe you guys don't like that because your Aquarius energy could be like Uranus energy, where it's unexpected. You know what I mean? Sometimes it could be like unprovoked anger, unprovoked jealousy. You know what I mean? It could make you feel like sometimes like used. So maybe you guys are worried about being used, or it can make your partners around you feel used. You know what I'm saying? Because you may be coming off as like very demanding, wanting this, wanting that, and you could be scaring people off. That could be part of it too. You know what I mean? Oh, I demand this from you. You're like, whoa. And especially with the Knight of Wands, that's a rushing energy. And love, that is not cool. And especially when if you're looking, especially if you are looking for love, rushing into situations, you can ask my friends what that look like, rushing into love or not rushing into love, rushing into marriage or rushing into like long term without it. Because that King of Swords, like you guys are having to come up with a different vetting process because you guys were picking shitty partners. You got to come up with a different vetting process. And you guys just like, nah, I'm not going to change that because if I change that, then I'll have to have this. And you guys were too analytical, too much overthinking, too much planning, too much forethought without any like actions. You'll never get nothing done. You'll never get what you're looking for. So you have to take some action, fuck it up a little bit, and in hindsight, you're going to learn. Oh, okay, I need to start doing this. That's all it is. Either you do or you don't. Don't matter to me. Just telling you, this is what's coming next for y'all. So the Aquarius energy means that you're going to learn something in hindsight. So you may fuck up, but you didn't really fuck up. You know what I mean? You're breaking an illusion or unrealistic expectations that you may have. So some of y'all may be delusional about certain relationship dynamics and what you think is really security or what you think is love. You know what I mean? It's a version of love, but the love that you may have been thinking about, the way you were going about it, that ain't it. So that's what's going to change. All right, so let's look at what's on the thoughts of these people. All right, so it could be I'd be asking about you. So it's people who definitely coming back with that 4 cups. It's people who miss your presence or miss you guys being around. All right, and it says you deserve better than what I've given you. Okay. And I played myself thinking the grass was greener with her or him. And I love the way you smell. So some of y'all, they just like the way you smell. But this could also be like, I just like you. Like I'm really comfortable with you. All right, so Sag, Cancer, Aquarius, Virgo, Aries, Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag. All right, you definitely will have a lot of people who are going to be trying to take action on you. They're going to feel called to taking action on y'all. With the Seven of Swords, they're going to be acting in unusual ways that may be hard to read, especially with that King of Swords. It's going to be hard to read at first because what are they trying to get at? Like, what is this? They're being too strategic, and you are being too strategic. That's where the problems will be. If you have problems in relationships, it's like the strategy is of trying to get comfort and trying to get their needs met when you guys may be both doing good independently, and all you guys got to do is like socialize, interact, and get closer with each other, and gradually it'll work its way. But whatever. I don't know much. Okay, so Libra. Libra, let's look. What's next in your love life? So let me see. Let me see. Libra, what's next in your love life? You got Cancer. Okay, so usually this could be nostalgia for me, but it could be anything. Some of y'all it could just be a loyal or a caregiving partner coming your way, or you guys are in the nurturing, nesting mood. So you guys may want a partner that's lovey-dovey. Could be doing with the Capricorn, could be doing with the Cancer. Some of y'all gonna be getting closer to somebody that you guys work with, or somebody who you guys see regularly, or you guys are gonna be creating a pattern with somebody who you guys have care and concern for, or somebody who you guys see potential long term with. All right, because the six of Pentacles, I mean, because the sixth house and Capricorn energies here, it's somebody you guys are going to see consistently. Either you're going to meet them through work, you're going to meet them through your schedule. Sometimes with the sixth house, just could be like you guys meet them at the gym, you meet them at the library, you meet them at the mall, you meet them at the who knows, you meet them somewhere is what I'm saying. All right. So usually with the sixth house, these are usually colleagues, co-workers, customers, neighbors, like I said, people you see, like if you go to the gym, you see these people every day at the gym. If you go to the grocery store every day, you see these people at the grocery store. If you go to the bus stop, you see them at the bus stop. Wherever you be at on a routine basis, they be there. You got, and with the Capricorn energy, it means gradually we've gotten comfortable with each other, especially with the Cancer energy. So you guys will be growing closer or creating a closer bond with somebody either through interacting regularly, through talking regularly, or just through seeing each other regularly. And that may be where you guys start opening up and expressing yourselves. Um, Also, this could be an increase in pay for some of y'all. Maybe you guys are getting into a position of status at work. So this may be also part of the response, like part of the reason why people are going to be more receptive to you guys. You guys could be stepping up into maybe big boss, maybe managerial position, or maybe you guys are about to date a manager boss or somebody like that. So one of them laws. Oh, I did this already. So which ones did I not do? Okay, we'll use these. We'll go to these. Okay, so we got the world in reverse. So some of y'all are gonna be getting invites from people that you guys maybe I was gonna say some of y'all that you guys may be annoyed with. So there may be like a need for you guys to be patient with people during this time. Because people may be like, people may be acting out to get your attention shortly, acting out in ways where like, that Knight of Wands, me that Page of Wands is somebody who's like young, immature, they fight, they argue, they scream, they yell, they throw temper tantrums. So you guys are dealing with jealous partners like that. They don't necessarily have to do temper tantrums, but like each like children do it differently. Some break stuff, some yell, some isolate. Different children do different things. So like you may be dealing with different partners who like are like wanting your love, or you're like in an energy of dealing with people who like fall in love very quickly with you because of your nurturing energy, because of seeing you consistently. Maybe because of the way you're taking care of yourself. Because that Cancer energy was the first thing I wanted to say, where you guys look like you're taking care of yourself. So you may be just giving yourself more love, maybe taking self-care days, resting. Maybe they're watching your diet. Maybe they're watching you work out. Maybe they're watching your routine. Like these are people who kind of observed you on a day-to-day basis. And with the Two of Pentacles here, these are people whose opinion of you has changed. You know what I mean? And like how they feel about you has changed. All right. So there's gonna be, I don't know, I feel like it's work because it says work-life balance. I feel like this may be at work for y'all, but like if it's not work, it's somewhere where you guys be at consistently. And there's going to be a change in the dynamic between y'all where they're going to start caring about you a lot more, being a lot more concerned for you, being a lot more gentle, being a lot more receptive, listening to you a lot more, being more patient with you. Or you're going to be taking on this type of energy with people where you're just going to be like gentler, softer, giving people grace, more understanding. You know what I mean? So you may go into this energy and this also changes the dynamics in the people that you're dealing with that you see regularly. This can even mean like maybe become a little bit more playful with the Two of Pentacles. You know what I mean? That's different. Maybe they're not used to you joking and playing. Maybe they're not used to you texting first. Maybe they're not used to you calling. Maybe they're not used to you, I don't know, you know what I mean? To paying the bill or something because the moon is here. There's going to be obscurity or like confusion at first. So some of y'all, you may be feeling like it may be the uncertainty of like, if I start acting like this, how will people perceive me? I feel like your reputation is about to be increased romantically. So if you're single, this is really good. But even if you're in a relationship, people are looking at you like, wow, you must be a great partner, or your partner is really lucky to have you. You know what I mean? Because you're definitely changing people's opinions. I got Three of Cups. We got Three of Cups in reverse, Two of Pentacles. So some of y'all, this may be third person parties that y'all may be dealing with, or you guys may be like wanting to date around Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse. Like y'all may want the benefits of relationships, but like really want to like, date around. You guys may want to keep your own power to yourself. You guys may be putting yourselves on a pedestal, becoming cold, cool, detached, distant, but like wanting stuff from people, you know what I mean? Or wanting like to have fun with people. So it could be that. We do got the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So some of y'all is the breakup of relationship could be third person party, and then others of y'all, you guys may just be dating around. Like you guys may like want more of a social life, want more of like entertainment, more I don't know. Some of y'all may be dating even your friends or dating people, like I said, that you guys casually connect with. Like maybe you've seen them at like coworkers or, like I said, people that you see regularly. This could fucking be neighbors. It could be people in your apartment buildings. It could be people in your at your school, at your old school, at your old job. It's with the Ten of Pentacles, Three of Cups. It's people that you used to socialize with, but you don't socialize with as much. You know what I mean? And that, I said earlier with that with that Cancer energy, that just gives me nostalgia. Anytime we start with Cancer, it's always a nostalgia or like I'm sweet on this person. So it's people that you're sweet on, or people are sweet on you. One of those energies are going on. Y'all could be moody. It could be people being moody. It could be you being moody. It could be all that that's happening around here, but I do get people wanting to like socialize with you and wanting to be around y'all, especially if there's past people who can't let y'all go. And if it's newer people who felt like they never said what they wanted to say to you. So they want to spend some time with you soon. So they're going to try to open up to y'all because they see you regularly. The more they see y'all regularly, the more they're going to try to talk to y'all. And they're going to find, again, I'm not going to say they're going to find any old reason, but they will. With the devil, they're trying to find a way to tempt you. Some of y'all tempt y'all to talk. Others of y'all, they're going to try to tempt y'all to maybe have sex. You know what I mean? So this could be like they try to spend money on you. They try, like I said, they try to spend time with you. Some of y'all's going to be on a holiday because the Ten of Pentacles is here. Could be a holiday, could be on vacation or like, I mean, when I say vacation, I don't mean like a trip vacation. I mean like maybe you took off from work and maybe they paid you, or maybe you took off from, I don't know, doing what you normally do, your day-to-day responsibilities or something, and you spend time with somebody else. Like maybe this was your cleaning day, but you're over at his house or her house or something. You know what I'm saying? Like it may be something like that. Like they may invite themselves either over to your house or you may invite them over to your house. Or I mean, or they may invite you over to their house. Or you may invite yourself over to their house, or you may invite yourself into the situation, but they'll go for it. It don't really matter who does the inviting. They're going to go for it, is what I'm saying. All right. Because the strength is here. So some of y'all are getting your confidence up to get what you really want from people. And you know what I mean? Where maybe you guys were afraid to express it, to say it verbally. I think that was the problem. So you guys are getting out of that energy because it's going to be an energy you guys putting yourself on a pedestal, a self-imposed pedestal. Even if you haven't seen the results of it yet, you're just going to start acting that way, and people are going to start concurring, like, well, she's acting that way or he's acting that way, so I guess I'm gonna go along with it. You know what I mean? So that's it. People want to get cozy or want to get comfortable with you. You know what I mean? They may act as if they don't like what's going on, but they'll go along. You really have the power in a lot of your relationships, or you really have something that like is over your partners at this time that they really want. You know what I mean? It could just be that you're very desirable. It could be that you have a lot of money. It could be that you have a lot of status. It could be that you're very like maybe they don't have like a romantic life. You know what I mean? Like you may have more romantic options than they do. So because of that, you got control. You're like, yo, we can yo. You either gonna put up with what I'm trying to put down, or you gonna get to stepping. This is the most socializing you done did in months. Is you gonna act right or not? You know what I'm saying? Some men don't be getting a date like that. Some women don't get the date like that. You know what I mean? So when you come into their life, this be an opportunity for them to have some fun. And you know what I mean? And they be trying to be too because the strength could be too controlling. You ain't never had a chance like this before. You ever dated fucking Trey Songs before, or Trey not that big no more. I don't know who's big. Drake, fucking who else is big? Tyler the Creator or some shit, or you know what I mean? Leonardo DiCaprio. You ever date one of these people? Because some of y'all they're like big like that. Because we got the Ten of Pentacles in the Capricorn with the CEO. So some of y'all are dealing with somebody who is like up there with status, finances, money. You know what I mean? They work real hard and they play real hard. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be trying to date y'all, but it's a short term date. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe y'all don't have the same values, or just like somebody who you're helping them. Oh yeah, I heard Tyler don't want women, but I didn't know that. I thought like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I thought he was just joking when he said that. That he said he wanted to fuck Justin Bieber. I thought that was a joke. I just thought he was just using bars and shit. I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't think that was for real. But like, it's okay. Hey, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like, damn. All right. So anyway, you guys are dealing with somebody who's seeing you. You know, they're seeing you guys as a pastime in a way, or like a happy release. Yeah, he not, you know what I'm saying? He not that big. Like, would you risk it for Trey Songz? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's still handsome to y'all, but like, would you risk it for Trey Songz? Like, you know what I mean? Security at home just to be with Trey. Trey not like who he is. Like, I don't even think Trey go on tour no more. We don't even care. Trey go on tour like so. I mean, some people do. Somewhere they do. So let me not say that. Somewhere they do. There's always going to be somebody who like, yeah, that's my people. I fuck with them. People still show up to like, Backstreet Boys and shit. Who bisexual? Who bisexual? Y'all be telling all the tea. All right, but yeah, anyway, so yeah, so somebody's gonna be trying to put y'all connection back together. I mean, some of y'all like say try to fix the household or something like that. And then others of y'all, you're gonna be like I say pastime, but it's not a pastime. You're really like a release from somebody who's a workaholic and they like spend the time, the money, the energy to like have you around. So you may be like a pleasure to people or like a guilty pleasure to somebody. You know what I mean? It's maybe somebody who's in a long-term relationship. The King of Swords can be a married man or something like that, or your boss, your supervisor, somebody like that is trying to pay you guys for favors or pay you guys for your time, for your energy, your effort. They're gonna make a slick move at y'all or try to tempt you with something. You know what I mean? They're gonna come up with a clever way of doing it soon. So it could be, wait, let's look on their thoughts. Let's see what's on their thoughts, but they may say something else about that too. Let's see. Let me see. I'm only with her for the kids or anything but love. See what I told y'all? I told y'all they may be in a relationship or they doing that because that's what that was. I knew I wasn't. I knew I was hitting on something. I knew I was hitting on something. It was just too there. All right, and then others of y'all, let's see what else. So maybe somebody who has a family and kids and all that, or somebody who wants a relationship with the kids. I want your address in my GPS. Or there's somebody who maybe wants to come see y'all or wants to be like know where you guys are, or where you stay, or something like that. I get you guys dating with like relationships that are short term, that doggy style. So somebody who likes the doggy style, your doggy style, or like when you do doggy style. And it says, I'm scared to tell you how I really feel. Wait, I'm scared that if I tell you how I feel, wait, this person sucks at communicating, quite sure. Yeah, especially with the King of Swords reverse and the Three of Cups reverse. Yeah, they definitely don't communicate that well. But with the strength here, I guess they're gonna find the confidence, you know what I mean, to like figure out what to say to you. All right, so it says, I'm scared that if I tell you how I really feel, you might use it against me. So these are people, like I said, you have something over them, something that they desire, you have control over at this time. You know what I mean? Some of y'all it could just be that they want to have sex with you. Others of y'all, it could just be that like maybe you have, like I said, you have status, you have resources, power. Maybe you have a very attractive body. Like I said, maybe they don't date, maybe they don't have a social life. It could be any of that. You know what I mean? Like you're something to this person. I said a guilty pleasure. So like maybe they just work a lot and they don't have time for fun. You know what I'm saying? So you are like the guilty pleasure, like, yo, I get to spend time with you. You know, it gives them work-life balance where they're not just all day focused on money or focused on work or focused on doing their day-to-day tasks. You give them like a break. You know what I mean? So it's a Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces, Sag, Cancer, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Aquarius, Scorpio. All right. I said Virgo, right? Yeah. Yeah. But it's always, I noticed this says always with the people that see you regularly that this type of stuff be happening because they have to get comfortable with you. Once they start seeing you regularly, it's just like the old days. You know what I mean? Like that one dude you keep seeing at the job, he was kind of, he was all right. He wasn't all that. But then suddenly you've been seeing him for like 6 months and he done got a shape up today and he actually looking like something, right? Because we see women like that all the time. Some days y'all be like, she's okay. But like after I kept seeing you a lot of times, I was like, you know what? I would fuck her. Like now that I look at her again, I probably would fold her straight up. Yeah. So this is probably how they're looking at y'all because I did say like this is like a sweet escape. All right. You was offended? Was you? Exactly. GG, they gonna pay for it. It looked like it. He said he was just here. They was throwing panties at him. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Come on now. And y'all try to act like that. And he got women throwing panties at him. And if they was like, I don't know, it depends on the panties that was being thrown though. Because they may not have been like the good kind. So who knows? Let me see though. So Scorpio, what's next in your love life? What's next? What we got? My pleasure, Tiffy. Okay, we got 12th house. We're gonna see because sometimes it can be love at first sight. This could be closure. This could be a repeated pattern with somebody. All right. So if it's love at first sight for some of y'all, it's gonna be somebody who's like being maybe two things. One, they like have the boss status about them because we got Capricorn Pisces. You may idolize this person as being somebody who you guys can have long term family commitment, blah 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 from the set, from the rip. You may imagine this person to already be your one, your all, your everything, or this would be somebody who views you to be that way. It's one of the two. It's damn the sixth house is back out here again. You've seen this regularly, so it's somebody who like you probably have viewed them totally different because you're seeing them regularly or because they've been persistent with you regularly. So this would be like a guy or a girl who continually reaches out to you or continually builds a pattern or some type of like consistent pattern with y'all, you know what I mean, or consistent interaction with you. Even if it's slightly vague, you're gonna start picking up on like the clues between y'all or start picking up the vibes between y'all. All right, so it's gonna be a lot more subtlety. This is somebody who's moving towards you guys cautiously. All right. So you guys may be afraid. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you guys are slowly starting to like get out of your fear of what can go wrong in relationships and starting to trust in your independence, meaning that as long as I got me and I know how to take care of myself, I'm okay in the relationships. That's what a lot of people be having fears of. Not all people, but a lot of people have fears of like that abandonment, of like, what if this person betrays me? What will I do? What will you do? Won't you leave them alone? Won't you have your own place? Did you give up your security to live with this part-time man or woman? Is that what you did? You know what I'm saying? What would you do? You know what I'm saying? So that this is you guys are facing fears around like irrational outcomes or irrational scenarios that you're telling yourself when it comes to love. And you're also encountering people who are mirroring that back at you. So you guys are at the end of a pattern or end of a cycle when it comes to, let's say, not getting your needs met or having fears around getting your needs met. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's what you guys are getting out because that's going to allow you guys to really have the relationships that you're looking for in terms of like stability. Because you guys may be looking for like ambitious people, the bosses, the top dogs, the top down dollars, you know what I mean? Or the bad mommies or the beautiful woman or whatever the case you may be looking for. You may be looking for maybe a traditional woman or something. Because sometimes with that 12th house, you can be delusional at times. That's possible. But it just means that like the people that you're interacting with, you're starting to like view them in this light because you're seeing them consistently. Maybe you're seeing their efforts. Maybe you're seeing their work. Maybe you're seeing their progress. Maybe they're seeing this with you. It could be both ways. You could be seeing it in them. They could be seeing it in you. Doesn't really matter. Persist. Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. So anyway, they're gonna start pushing towards y'all. Somebody else, maybe somebody who's a business owner or just somebody who you guys may encounter through work or encounter through something that you guys do on a regular. All right. So did I do this already? I did. So he's on this over here. Scorpio. All right. So you guys gonna have to. Let's say y'all gonna confront y'all limited beliefs. That's what I'm getting. Limited beliefs. You guys are gonna confront them. Six of Cups. All right. So this is gonna be good because it's gonna be a pastime. So some of y'all are like going back to a good time in your romantic life. That may be some of y'all's maybe a favorite ex coming back, or somebody you had pleasurable good experiences with, or you guys are just gonna be getting closer and having a bond with the people who are close to y'all, but like an unspoken bond. It may be a little confusing at times. They're really persistent. You may kind of wonder where this could be, what this can go, because they kind of remind you of somebody that you already know. Some of y'all, it is a past person, but if it's a newer person, it's somebody who reminds you of a pattern that you've already experienced. You know what I mean? They have their life put together, or feels like they do. They seem responsible. They seem confident. They seem clean, or like they take care of themselves. We got Five of Pentacles here. So some of y'all may move in. That might be part of it. Y'all may move in, or y'all may like do something where you guys are attaching. I don't know, attaching y'all security together. So maybe y'all buying. Well, that's like buying a house. I don't know what else you could do. Sometimes you like we just do something that we find fun, something we used to do.
So like maybe y'all used to go to the movies, maybe y'all used to go to the mall and walk, maybe y'all went to the park. You get reconciling with somebody. Sometimes maybe you just went over to their house and just hung out. Y'all about to do something like that, like going to hang out. My cousin had called me. You know what I'm saying? You said when you start with wholeness, you win. Exactly, Gigi. All right, so maybe you guys are like starting to question now about being detached. Because that Capricorn energy is about being detached. All right. Yeah, we got the Fool here. I feel like you guys are just going to risk it. Risk it getting to know people. We got the Hermit in reverse. You guys are about to risk it, or people around you are about to risk trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to connect with you. Nine of Swords, you got and the Nine of Swords and the Hermit and the Empress. You guys are getting over that your socially awkward phase, or phase of like people like finding out who you really are, or getting too close to you, or you're like getting over the fear of maybe betrayal, or the fear of like being judged, or the fear of being criticized or gossiped about, or like you're about to start. Some of y'all are just about to start doing what you want to do. You know what I mean? And not necessarily caring about like doing what makes you happy is what I really feel like for the most part. So this may include some of y'all are like maybe going back to past exes, maybe engaging in taboo stuff, stuff that you guys were once afraid of or just felt like I can't do that. That's that. How would that look? You guys are about to engage in those things, in those type of relationships. You know what I mean? That's what I'm picking up. So I get you guys popping back out. If you guys hadn't been on the dating market in a while, you guys about to pop back out. All right. Also, some of y'all are revealing secrets or learning secrets about other people. Like maybe you guys are starting to realize that somebody else was just using you guys maybe for security, for comfort. So that may be also something that you guys, because that 12th house means that you were overlooking stuff, but it's starting to come to your, you know what I mean? Like you may have been a partner who was safe to people because you always lived in a certain like limited view about relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like if you were like dealing with partners who really weren't fulfilling your need, but you felt an undying loyalty to them, then they were taking advantage of that. You know what I mean? They're like, well, I know that she's going to live up or he's going to live up to the maternal or live up to the, I'm going forward, T. Lee, or they're going to live up to the traditional value of things, but I can skew it and live it in a way that I want to live it. Because that hermit sometimes can be somebody who's secretive, strategic. Some of y'all may like learn this about a partner where they were just using you, maybe for comfort, for security, but like all along doing as they please. Some of y'all that's coming to your attention, your awareness. You may start picking up the pattern of that. And then others of y'all, you guys are like, you know, maybe just starting to get out there more, put yourself out there more, take a risk to get to meet new people. You know what I mean? So like I said, some of these may be in like tabooish ways or ways that once you were afraid of doing. Like maybe they're younger, maybe they're mixed race, maybe they're like white, black, Asian, whatever. Maybe they're married, maybe they're not, maybe they're divorced, maybe they got a bunch of kids, maybe they don't got no kids. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever the case may be. Maybe you guys did business with them. Maybe they're like, you know, customers or something. It was at one point where either you felt not good enough for the situation, or where people may have viewed you as not really like their type, their idea type, or like some of y'all past your prime in a way. It doesn't really matter now because I get them looking at you with new eyes. With the Fool here, looking at y'all as a fresh start now, especially with the Five of Pentacles in reverse and Six of Cups. They're missing y'all presence, so you're looking like a fresh start now because they haven't seen y'all in a while. So somebody you haven't seen in a while is gonna pop up, or people who haven't seen you in a while, you're just gonna run into, and they're gonna have the, I'm not gonna say the googly, well maybe the googly eyes. It'll be more of like a, you know, just the rose tinted glasses where they just kind of see you, like just be happy to see you. I'm so happy you're here, and it just kind of makes them want to like take action, or they feel drawn to doing something. But usually with the 12th house, it means that it's love at first sight, or they just idolize this whole connection, this whole interaction. You know what I mean? Because I haven't been around you, so you may notice that they're nervous. They don't know what to say towards you. They're saying awkward stuff. You know what I mean? They're over giving, over sharing of themselves. You know what I mean? You'll notice this. You're like, oh wow, okay. You know, it's somebody who you guys like maybe at one time didn't feel good enough for. You know what I mean? It's going to reveal to you that you were good enough for this person. They already had you in mind. They just didn't know what to do around you. They were scared or worried too. So some of you are going to reveal a lot of things are just going to be revealed to you. That's what I'm saying. A lot of different things are going to be revealed. So it could be a whole bunch of stuff that was hidden and that you were just overlooking or just didn't even know about, just coming to your attention soon. So a lot of pleasurable experiences and a lot of like truth that you needed to know. You know what I mean? So let's look at the let's see what's on these people's mind. I missed that ass. So that's Six of Cups is people missing that ass. That's for sure. What else? I don't want to fight anymore. Okay, okay. And what else? Uh, we'll overcome this. I think I played myself thinking the grass was greener with her. Okay. And I love the way you smell. Okay, cool. So yeah, Some of y'all, it was what it was. So we got Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, Aquarius, Aries, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus. I said Pisces? Yes, I did. I said Capricorn. I did. Okay, that was a good one. That was pretty good. All right, so let's look at Sag. This is always a thirsty one. Sagittarius. Okay, Sag. What was I looking for? Okay, so Sag. What's next in your love life? Let's look and see. So what's next in your love life? Okay, we got sixth house. Okay. So that's routine, schedule. Some of y'all could be just getting into your fitness. Oh no, I see what's going on. Well, I mean, it could be. You could be getting into your fitness, but it's also you guys gonna be talking to people that you see regularly. That sixth house is like been running this read the whole time. This sixth house. So it's just people that you see regularly, people who you have like consistent conversations, texts, emails, whatever, fucking reels, TikToks, whatever. People that you talk to regularly, you guys are gonna be getting closer to them. All right, yeah, we got we got Jupiter energy. So you guys are about to start getting lined up with people who are big deals to you, or people who you maybe aspired to have in your life. Connections that you may have aspired to have with people you guys are about to have. But these are going to be big deal connections. They're going to have meaning. They add a lot of meaning. So your romantic life or your love life is about to take on to another level where it feels like these things are meant to be or meant to happen to you. You're like, okay, I'm meant to have this. This is good. So this is good stuff. Good conversations. Like almost I would say almost mind altering conversations, but really just like open minded conversations where like you feel like you're being heard. You feel like your words matter. You feel like your needs matter. You know what I mean? And you may be dealing with somebody who's also a big deal who probably can take care of themselves as well. If you guys are dating, or like if you don't have anybody in particular, you're about to start meeting people who are around you. You're about to start. Some of y'all about to connect with coworkers or connect with people who are in your neighborhood. Excuse me. Connect with people who are in like your neighborhood or some shit like that. But it's people who are around y'all, especially with the third house and the sixth house. These are people who you talk to regularly. You exchange ideas. They're funny, witty banter. You know what I mean? They could also be people who kind of help you like notice where you're like failing at. And I say failing, but you don't have to be failing. But they just kind of notice where you need help or where you can like, sharpen it up a little bit. So it's like still sharpen still. So you're gonna be attracting these type of partners into your life. Could be a Sag, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini. These are gonna be people who like the way you can communicate, and because we got Sag and Jupiter energy, these could be foreign people, or these could just be people who have a different way of communicating, where like maybe their communication style is more optimistic and more hopeful, opposed to like the Virgo energy of being very pessimistic.
My bad, y'all. That's my sister. Keep going. Okay. So they was killing me with that shit, man. My sister. First it was my cousin, then it was my sister. All right, so we got Page of Pentacles. So people that you've been around, Page of Pentacles usually are coworkers, colleagues, classmates, or colleagues, coworkers, colleagues, classmates. Ah, maybe neighbors. Don't gotta be. They could be. Some of these are friends though. Page of Pentacles. They're usually friends. So some of y'all can be connecting with your friends in a more romantic way. But some of these are people who maybe at one time made you feel inadequate, or they just didn't offer that much to the connection at one point. You know what I mean? Maybe they were trying to build a connection in an impractical way, or these are people who you were trying to build a relationship with in an impractical way. So it looks like they're going to try to be friends first. So it's people who want to like romance y'all, but they may try to be friends first. They see you as a big deal. So yeah, with the Queen of Cups. Yeah. So they try to be friends first, and then next comes the Queen of Cups. Oh, I love you. Oh, I care about you. Oh, or it don't even have to be that they love you or care about you. Well, they do care with the Queen of Cups, but it doesn't even have to be that they love you or they care for you. It's just all of a sudden they're a little bit more concerned about you because of the routine that you guys have built up. So you guys are gonna be building that routine with people that you guys talk to regularly. They're gonna be getting comfortable with y'all. So some of y'all are gonna present an opportunity for y'all to like expand y'all connection, or some of y'all gonna say travel, because the third house is short distance travel, but then Sagittarius is long distance travel. And I definitely feel like they're gonna try to do something kind of like strategic with you. Some of y'all they're gonna try to sneak to be with y'all or sneak to be around y'all, or just like, you know what I mean, subtly offer and hint or hint at something. So like coworkers, people that you talk to regularly are going to start throwing out little jabs or little signs or signals that you're going to have to catch or pick up on. You may question it, especially with the Five of Swords, Two of Wands. You may question it. You may be like, is that, am I seeing what I'm seeing, or are they saying what they're saying? Like, is that really what's really going on? So you may be kind of confused with the Four of Wands. Some of you others of y'all may be considering leaving a relationship or ending a connection. You know what I mean? Y'all may end it just briefly, then y'all may come back together. So maybe you guys are like stepping out and you guys decide to break up or go your own separate ways for a little bit. And then you guys kind of get back together. You know what I mean? This would be like somebody like, I want to take a break, and then they go cheat. It's not really cheating technically, but like to some people, that's cheating. You know what I mean? But like technically, y'all was like, hey, you go your way, I go mine. So if y'all maybe y'all, some of y'all may do this in a relationship, and then others of y'all, there's gonna be a potential for a relationship to grow. And if it's not necessarily to grow, there's just gonna be you taking on a new philosophy. You know what I mean? But I do kind of feel like some of y'all may be moving house or leaving house or moving cities or dealing with somebody at a distance where y'all see each other from time to time. You know what I mean? I'm getting that vibe. Either they're a short distance or they're a long distance, because Jupiter is long distance. Third house are short distance travels, usually within your neighborhoods. They're short distance. So I don't know. But I do get you guys connecting with people who are in your like immediate environment and then wanting to open the lines of communication and like, strategically drop hints towards you that they want to be more than friends, or that they're like, some of y'all, they're starting to have feelings for y'all, or they're starting to care about you a little bit more. And they may be questioning themselves why they feel this way. But there's going to be talks because they're coming up with a plan or a strategy about where things can go between y'all. I will tell y'all that maybe they start trying to meet y'all places, or you guys may plan a date, or I'm gonna say a halfway point or some shit like that, or because I was kind of seeing with the Two of Wands, like a crossroads. So you guys are at like a crossroads. There's a Six of Wands with the Two of Wands, Four of Wands. So that's the recognition or attention that you want from this person, or some type of win. You're about to have some type of win, because the Five of Swords in reverse are power struggles. They're silent power struggles. You know what I mean? We're not like saying, like the silent power struggle is like who's gonna make a move first, or who's gonna say what they mean first. Because the Five of Swords is like misleading, what do they call mixed signals, and the Seven of Swords is subtlety. So subtle and mixed signals is what you guys are experiencing in love, but you guys are gonna start catching on to the synchronicities or start seeing the bigger picture, because the Seven of Swords just means that you're seeing a lot of unusual activity around you in love. You know what I mean? People are acting a little bit different than they normally act towards you in love. So that's what you're going to really start picking up. Like, oh, like that's kind of weird, but like, okay. You know what I mean? So it could also be some type of sneaky behavior that's going on. All right. That's what y'all also may be doing. Somebody may be strategically or plan. Some of y'all may be a partner may be planning to leave y'all or move out, or you may be planning. Let's say y'all may be planning to move out, leave. Some of y'all be planning to leave for a better opportunity or a bigger opportunity. So maybe if you have a partner, you may be like keeping your eyes open for better opportunities, bigger opportunities. And then some of y'all is a short, brief reconciliation or a brief reunion with a past partner. It could be somebody you guys just like having sex with. So maybe something like that. You know, maybe like an ex-girlfriend comes in town for homecoming or some shit, or ex-boyfriend, or you know what I mean, my ex sneaky link. Because the Seven Swords, four wands gives like a sneaky link vibe. So some of y'all may be having that with somebody who you guys may have had a connection with. But I do get that. It's just mostly relationships that didn't really get off the ground, or that like maybe at one time at one time they didn't really offer that much to your life or to your emotional well-being. I get you guys like, kind of sifting through them and looking for other opportunities, but like entertaining some for one, sometimes just for like maybe for pleasure, short-term gratification. So I could kind of see that. Or just for like dates, even if you don't have sex, y'all just be like going out to eat. Maybe you go bowling. You like just trying to find different things to like entertain yourselves and like to try to connect with people. So some of y'all could be dating more, or like, people are trying to get you to get them to go out or trying to go out dating with you and all that bullshit. So I kind of get that. All right. But anyway, mm, some of y'all may be in a more maternal like energy, or the people you're attracting are in a more maternal energy where they want to really like be in the house. They want to, oh yes, it's like it's what do you call it, cuffing season. It's like time to be snuggled in and shit. So that's what I'm really getting. Wow. Wow. So maybe y'all are connected with somebody like that. Can I get people trying to strategize to like talk to y'all and to like open up and tell you what's really on their heart and on their mind, but they have to see you regularly, or they have to talk to you regularly. And then after they talk to you regularly, that's when they're going to build up the confidence. You know what I mean? So look out for people at your workplace or people in your neighborhood, or look out for people who you talk to on a regular basis. They're going to be letting you know how they really feel about you. You know what I mean? And all the subtle ways. So you really just have to kind of read between the lines. All right. But you do get good with it with the Virgo and Gemini energy. You get real good picking up on signs, signals, clues, smaller intricacies. So like they won't pass you by too many times because it's going to happen so many times that you're not going to miss it. You're going to start catching on to it. You're like, oh, that's what you're trying to do, and then you can use it to your advantage once you figure out what's going on. All right, so Virgo, Gemini. Wait, let's see what's on these people's mind real quick. They definitely about to be glazing. Yo, chill, chill, chill with all the glazing. All right, it says, I'm not letting you go. Every time I hear that song, I think about you and our memories. She doesn't compare. And I keep it with your business through mutual friends and family. Okay, so you guys are dealing with some people who are like, these are meaningful experiences that you're going to be having because I guess there's going to be a bigger philosophy or a bigger picture at mind that you guys may have been overlooking the whole time. You know what I mean? Okay, so Capricorn, let's look. Capricorn. Let me shuffle these up really good because I'm tired of seeing that sixth house. Shuffle it up. These said they never do compare. Who told y'all that? That's our famous line. We always say that. Yeah, I don't think it should be. Let's see. So Capricorn. Oh, okay, here we go. We got Taurus first. So Taurus comes out. Oh, wait. Taurus. So you guys got a reliable partner coming your way, or are you gonna be in a more comfortable? Yeah, you guys got a reliable partner coming your way. But we got the fifth house too. So you guys may be having a partner who likes to spend, very attractive partner. So it could be a Leo, Aries, Taurus, somebody who's very appealing or very like outgoing, fun. The fifth house is here. So you guys may have like connections that feel like marriage, but you guys play like kids. So even if it's a long-term relationship that's coming, possibly even if it's a long-term relationship that's coming your way, you guys keep dating each other, or at least it feels like, like kids, like we're really having fun. Maybe you guys go on dates. Maybe you guys like can find anything to entertain you. But for the fifth house usually means that you're about to have more fun romantically when it comes to dating and like having partners that want to work with you, that want to create stability, security, that bring value to your life, even though they're here for fun. Because the fifth house could be like people who are here for fun. That's usually what the fifth house is about. Like it can have long-term implications over time, but in the beginning stages, that these are just for fun. But like if you guys are already in a relationship, then this could be like them spicing it up a little bit more. Maybe you guys are doing more date night. Maybe you guys are going out, and maybe they're gifting you stuff just because, and maybe they're doing more stuff that's like useful and increasing the quality of life, or maybe they're allowing you to like, maybe they're like, I'll take the kid and you can go have fun, or you know what I mean? Maybe your baby dad, baby mom, or your husband or your wife is like, here, I have to watch the kids, or you can go have fun or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get like that happening because I did say that for some of y'all, they may want to pay for you having fun, but that may not be the case for all of you. Also, so this may be something that's a little weird for y'all because y'all may be attracting people who are short-term relationships, but they are possessive because of how much value they bring into your life. Because that Taurus energy is a stable, reliable partner. You know what I mean? But they're also somebody who's like, they have some of the values that you like, but they also are more, some of y'all, they may be players. Some of you, they may be players, but they do like, what's that saying? Like, as long as you take care of home, you know what I'm saying? The dog may roam or some shit like that. So it may be a vibe like that. It may be something along the lines of that where like they bring something into the household because Taurus is about something for the household, almost like Cancer, but it's more like something that's substantial that you can see. Like, oh, I see some type of value here. You know what I'm saying? So it's somebody who's you're gonna either see value in because you guys like date, you hang out, they're fun, they socialize, they increase the quality of life when they're around. They're very creative about how they like how they be like deal around, how they be around you or how they present themselves to you. So you'll like that. All right. What else? Let's look and see. So you may be dealing with partners who don't like being without a partner. So that might be part of what it is. So like these may be partners who like want fun, want romance, but like they could be, like I said, possessive and almost maybe controlling, where I want you to be around. I want you to like to stay tonight. And you're like, damn, how many times you need me to stay tonight? I like, you know what I mean? You already said you ain't want a woman or a girl, or you ain't want a husband, or you know what I mean? Or you don't, why the fuck you want me to spend the night? You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to stay the night every night? Or they be trying to stay the night at your house if you have the house. Who knows? I can't get that vibe of you guys getting comfortable with somebody, but like it's short term, you know what I mean? Which is not really a bad problem because they're bringing something that you can use. We got the Ace of Cups in reverse, so it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of y'all could be a blessing from the divine or a blessing or experience. I cannot see it. Y'all sent me something. I can't see it, y'all. I'm sorry. When y'all send that? When y'all send that? I can't see anything. Only thing that they ever let me see was when people send me the money. It don't show me like somebody said they sent me ears. I did not see the ears, but thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because it's not letting me see any of that. Let me see something. Maybe it'll let me see it there. Because I just maximized my screen. Somebody do it again. Let me see if it worked. Because it didn't let me see nothing. Anyway. Okay, cool. Now we got Queen of Swords and the Justice. So you're gonna have somebody who's gonna try to make amends with y'all. If it's a past person, then you guys are making amends. But if you're in a relationship, you guys are gonna become a lot more straightforward about like what you expect in your relationships and like maybe in honoring your own integrity, having your own set of values or rules that you adhere by. And I get like mutual benefit from your partnerships that are coming into your life. Could be with a Libra, Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Pisces. Yeah, I got Knight of Cups. You have people around who want to be what you want them to be. Sag, Capricorn, Cancer, Virgo. All right. So yeah, very attractive partners. That's coming your way. We got this Knight of Wands, four swords, and Two of Pentacles. They take a lot of pictures, or they like really like pictures. They don't want to commit to y'all with the Two of Cups. But with the Knight of Wands, I'm telling y'all, some of y'all are from a distance, or they're at a distance, or they're just like needy. Because we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So they're just needy, or they're just like some of y'all, they may not make you feel wanted. Others of y'all, they want to feel wanted. So, or you may feel that this person doesn't want you, but like keeps pursuing you. Like, why do you keep calling me? You don't want me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or you may feel like you may not really, I don't know, some of y'all may not want the relationships, but like maybe you want the superficial pleasures of the connection. Like maybe they spend money, like maybe they have sex, like maybe they give to you in a way that other partners don't give to you. Like they bring value, is what I'm saying. But with the Four Swords, oh, thank you so much. Who's that? Who's that? Damn it. What did it say? Thank you so much, brown skin girl. Ooh, thank you so much. Piece of candy. All right. So yeah, so even maybe you just kind of want something like that from them. Because the Four Swords in reverse, which means that the lines of communication are going to be open. But it's somebody, if it's a past person that's coming back, it's a past person who opens an old wound that you once had. So maybe a once an old insecurity or once something that once used to hurt you. This is that type of person that may be coming back. And with the Queen of Swords and the Justice upright, you guys are giving them clear boundaries, clear expectations. This is what I want from you. I want this type of reciprocation, like no games, no frill. Queen of Swords don't like to play no games, so it's no games. I'm not playing any games with you. But you guys are dating, but it's dating with responsibility. That's in the Capricorn way, huh? In the Capricorn way. So yeah, with the Three of Pentacles though, you guys may become a lot more, not Three of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Four Swords. Some of y'all may becoming a lot more vain. or a lot more self-focused and a lot more self-possessed, where you're really only focused on your needs, but you're finding partners who are willing to reciprocate. So that may be also where you're having to like consider, reconsider partners. Some of y'all are like in the energy of not considering partners. But we got the Two of Cups here, so there is going to be heart-to-heart talks with partners who maybe you guys feel like we're playing or like we're only for fun, or you know what I mean, there would be talks, more serious talks where like it would be equal reciprocation, equal back and forth. They give their perspective, you give your perspective. What are your needs? What are their needs? There be talks about these type of things that'll be happening with them. And then for others of y'all, some of y'all, like I said, are becoming more either very sufficient, where you're really just wanting to explore, adventure. You guys may be really into your appearance, maybe the way you dress, maybe you're spending money on yourself, keeping your money to yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe you've gotten a good job. Because that Taurus is like really about like hedonism and about like sometimes it can be frugality with the Queen of Pentacles, but like I was thinking about like luxury, having the lifestyle, having the experiences that I really want, even if I have to pay for it, even if I have to work hard for it, I'm going to get the results that I want. So some of y'all are getting those type of partners or those type of connections. You know what I mean? Like the superficialness of them, but they make you really look really good for your reputation, or they make you feel like a lot more confident in your value system or in your belief system. So like if you feel like a man needs to spend on you to like get your affection, then you're attracted to men that want to spend on you. If you feel like a woman needs to do X, Y like this to get your affection, then they're doing this to get your affection. I'm just giving you examples. I don't know what they may do for you, but each of y'all have your own little thing that you want, and that's what they'll do. But you guys have to be a lot more straightforward, especially with the Queen of Swords and the Justice. You have to be straightforward, and with the Knight of Wands, you have to be bold. If you scary, you wary. I don't know. I was gonna say something rhymey or kind of clever, but that wasn't it. But you be scary, never wary. But anyway, you guys may be coming up with creative ways, or people are gonna come up with some creative ways to initiate with you. You guys are gonna date if you want to date. If you don't want to date, I don't know. You might just want to spend some time to yourself. You know what I mean? Save your monies, or like, focus on your health, focus on your appearance, I guess. You know what I mean? Work on whatever existing insecurities you may feel you have, focus on those, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. If you are the one, what was I say? If it's because I could always say it could be in reverse because we do got the Libra energy, but some of y'all could be dealing with partners who are users, some of y'all, but then others of y'all, it's mostly love, passion. They're possessive, like you're my partner, but like it's short term. Like they don't, especially with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, you don't really need them. You don't really need them, or they don't really need you. They just want you. You know what I mean? They just want they just want the experience for their ego, maybe for their memories. Because the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups in this one has to do with engagement photos. So it could be like just for the look, for the status, for the fame, for the glitz, the glam. You know what I mean? Maybe for like connections. Maybe people. They're like, you my man, you my girl. You know people. You be around the celebrities. You be around the top ballers. You know people. Your manager. You know what I mean? You somebody on social media or some shit. It's that. It's you know what I mean? All right. Superficial and vain reasons to be a reason why you guys are either dating people or why they're dating you. All right. It says, I regret doing you wrong. So that Four of Swords is definitely somebody's gonna want to heal it. You guys will be making amends or they'll make amends. I want your address and my GPS. This could just mean that somebody wants to come over. Um, I know that I hurt you. I regret what I did. And I'm scared that if I tell you how I really feel, you might use it against me. Okay. But they will open it up. They will, sure enough, open it up and tell you something. That Four of Swords is there, which means they reconsider what they want to say to you. And they're gonna tell you something. All right. Okay, so Aquarius, what's next in your love life? We got 150 in the chat. How many we Zaria, text Piper for me. Text Zanaya dad and tell him I said to come over here. What I'm looking for. Text Zanaya dad and tell him to come over here. I'm about to give it to you. Why you ain't got no clothes on? You said let you put your clothes on? Oh, you just got out of the shower. Oh, my bad. All right. I was confused. Okay, so anyway, sorry, y'all. I had to send this to my little one. Shares content is Z. Okay, so Chris, what's next in your love life? Would you say yes and regret it and cry in the shower? Is that me? Ain't it? Is your birthday 1 month from today? What's today? What's today? The third or is the fourth? It's the third. My birthday is the 4th of January, not the third. All right, so Aquarius, what is it? Ooh, fifth house again. Fifth house, back out all over again. Fifth house. What'd you say? You said Noonie, you could text him yourself. Yeah, my other phone don't work though. It's my cousin. My other phone don't work. I don't have my iPad out here. This phone is not hooked up per se to like a phone line. It's just hooked up to my internet. So I just use it to do content and stuff. Like if I had my iPad, then I'd be able to text them. You know what I mean? But like this phone, it's just like a throwaway phone. It's really just trash. I just use it to do work. You know what I mean? And like to be able to get on here and make sure that I monetize and like get my audience right. All right, so fifth house is here, so it's gonna be dating. Some of y'all gonna be dating past partners. All right, and then we got Piscean energy. So you guys are gonna be dating partners that you guys had a confusing dynamic with. Some of y'all are finally closing the loop, or you guys are looking at what you may have missed before in previous connections and interactions with partners before. Like maybe you guys were sucking all the fun out of like romance, possibly, not always. Or you guys could have just been viewing the relationship in a way that just really wasn't. Like it maybe fifth house means that they're just fun based. And a lot of times when people have fifth house relationships, they get ruined because you suck all the fun out of it. I was telling my homeboy this. He's a Capricorn. I was telling my other homegirl this. She's a Capricorn. But you guys are Aquariuses, and you guys are like sister signs to us, or like cousin signs, co-rules and shit, right? Y'all almost like Virgo, very similar type of vibes. So you guys will be dating with people who you may idolize, romanticize, and imagine so much potential for. And it's possible that they can have potential. It's possible. But the issue is you guys are like delusional and only seeing what you want to see in the relationship because it feels good. Now, some of y'all, they may kind of like trigger old patterns in you. So maybe there was like something that you should do as a child that like this person brings back into you, that mean that these people bring back into your life, or you guys are going back into a romantic period in your life where all you really wanted was to just date, have fun, you know what I'm saying, enjoy yourself, maybe have sex, explore, you know what I mean, and just have the experience of stuff. If you just wanted that, you can have that. That's coming. 'Cause that's what we're looking at. If you guys don't want to have that, I don't know what y'all be doing. Y'all just be letting life pass y'all by because these experiences are meant for you guys to go deeper and to question what you already know or what you've already experienced. You know what I mean? The fifth house are meant to have fun. They inject creativity, passion, attraction. You become more confident. You know what I'm saying? You be going all out. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. You be enjoying life if you're down to dealing with uncertainty. If you don't like uncertainty and you have control issues, that's what they're going to bring up. That's going to trigger that. That's where the issue may be for some of y'all. Because that's why I said it takes you back to like a childhood where maybe you felt like you didn't have power. Maybe you felt alone. Maybe you felt ostracized. Maybe you felt dirty or something. I don't know what the case may be for you. Like, it just takes you back to a younger period. You know what I mean? Which could be good, but it could also be bad for some of y'all because if it was like, maybe hurtful wounds that you never healed, it brings it up unintentionally. Like while we're having fun, all of a sudden you start getting more serious. You know what I'm saying? Or while we're having fun, all of a sudden you start taking it left. And you're like, whoa, wait. You know what I mean? What happened? I thought it was all good. So, but I get most of y'all dating people where the dynamic feels fun, light, passionate, it feels like it could be anything you want it to be, but it can also be confusing because you never really know where you fully stand with it, but you do enjoy having it. So that may be the problem. It's like I enjoy it, but I don't know where it's really going. And if you can't deal with that, if you can't deal with that, ah, it's just gonna be, I don't know. Sorry to tell you. You know what I mean? If you're not into having fun and like getting to know people and like really getting to know your feelings, because Neptune only shows up when you don't really know your feelings. You know what I mean? When you're not really able to express your feelings, when you're like unsure of your own emotions or what you really want emotionally. Like what feelings do you want to see? What experiences do I want to have? When you don't even know what that is, that's why these fifth house and the Neptune energies type of things come up. Because it's like to allow you to experience maybe what you didn't think you would have wanted to try. Like you ever had caramel onions on a hot dog, caramelized onions on a hot dog? At first, when I tried it, I didn't like it. You ever put baked beans on your hot dog with mustard? At one time, I used to not like onions, but then one day I was just eating onions, and I was like, "Wow, that's pretty good." You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. So like, it's like you have to experience it though. You know, and I didn't like onions because at 3 years old, I didn't like the spiciness of an onion. That's what I remember the first time I actually started liking onions. I was like, I never ate onions as a kid. That was childhood. I'm a fucking man now. Why the hell am I still worried about something that happened at 3 to 5 years old? Grow the fuck up, Mooney. And I did. Okay. So anyway, no, it wasn't a fool. It wasn't a fool. No, nothing came out yet. This is all from the Oracle. Here you go. The death. Okay, death. You guys are leaving a past version of yourselves behind. Now, this could be a past connection, like relationships that were confusing, because I did say they're coming back, but some of y'all they're coming back because you guys are either going to indulge and just have fun and allow the relationship to transform you because the death is a life changing connection. Whoever this is going to be a life changing connection, or whoever these people are going to be life changing. They're going to break a version of yourself into something else. You're going to become another version. You know what I mean? Like the Phoenix reborn or whatever. You're going to become another version. Maybe where you're becoming a lot more playful, flirty, friendly, outgoing. You know what I mean? And maybe even more creative and imaginative about what life and love could be. Where at this moment, some of y'all are not in that energy. But what's next is you getting into that energy, but having to trust your instincts while doing it. You may wonder, am I doing it right? This kind of feels like it felt when I was in other relationships. So that may be the fear that some of y'all may project. Because like, I've already done this before, I think. Nah, you never dated everybody in the world. You just dated those people. And that's the old version of you. You've grown and you've evolved and you've become another version. So that what used to be fulfilling or what used to be entertaining for you before wasn't entertaining anymore. So now you want to try something new. So something new is coming. So it'll be some of y'all, it's gonna be past people, or it's gonna be people who remind you of a pattern that you already experienced, one that you thought you moved on from. It's like I moved past this. I've evolved past this. I no longer deal with fuck boys or fuck girls. You know what I mean? Maybe your perception of them were skewed, is what I'm saying. What you were viewing the connections or relationships may have been skewed, or maybe the way they were viewing you and the connection may have been skewed. Because I know that there's a big change that's happened because of the death and the Six of Swords. So some type of realization is going to come to y'all from these interactions that you're going to have. You're going to learn something. Some of y'all are going to learn how to transition relationships. So let's say that that's not even a real issue for you, where you don't have an issue dating. You just maybe have an issue of transitioning. Some of y'all may have an issue of transitioning from friends to lovers. Others of you have an issue with just transitioning into the more romantic aspect of love, or like getting past that honeymoon phase. I get some of y'all doing that. That's the vibe for next for y'all. And then others of y'all just moving on from past partners who keep you stagnant, keep you in the dark, keep you confused. You guys are moving on. You guys are moving on amicably. You know what I mean? Moving on amicably. I still said it wrong, and I took a breath and everything. So what the fuck ever. Also, others of y'all will be meeting people who are very creative, very intuitive. You guys feel like y'all have an unspoken bond. You may feel like you shared a past life. So, like some relationships you may have, they may move very quickly with just conversations. Conversations kind of take on a life of their own. You may kind of like that's what I say. Like a lot of y'all may be in relationships where they're short term. They could feel like they're long term. You may project on them to be more, but like they're really for the experience. You know what I mean? They're really just to like help you evolve or grow into this next phase of where you're going to. so that you can really communicate what it is that you want and need in relationships. Yeah, we got the fool here. Who asked about the fool? Because the fool here on the bottom of the deck. So you guys may either be taking risks or the people around you are going to be taking risks. The whole conversation to like try to get to know you on a deeper level, to try to date you. Yeah, Page of Wands. They fall in love very easily with y'all, but the Page of Wands in reverse, they also fall in love very quickly. Maybe they just like that you're not seen around. Maybe you're rare. Yeah, Two of Swords. Maybe you're just very indifferent. Maybe you don't acknowledge them. Some of y'all, maybe you blocked them or something like that, or you just didn't give them the time of day at one time, or they didn't give you the time of day at one time. The Hermit reverse means that you're being revealed to them now. And with the Page of Wands, they may invite y'all to do something or like unexpectedly just act out in a way or start becoming a little bit unusually playful. Others of y'all are moving on from like very immature partners, partners who like are only for fun. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The reason I say I don't know why y'all would do that is because at this moment, don't look like y'all have anything else that's going anywhere. Just well, from what I'm seeing, you got Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but these are connections that didn't get off the ground, especially with the Two of Swords and the Hermit. You may be dealing with somebody who gives you mixed signals. They pop up when they want something, then disappear. Then pop up when they want something, then disappear. So some of y'all are dealing with people who like you know what I mean? Like you guys aren't learning how to have fun in connection. You guys have expectations that maybe aren't being met because you guys have like an unrealistic view of the relationship that you're in. You know what I mean? Like you guys maybe it may be your behavior with the South Node, because I said like the childhood stuff, like your behavior may be kind of like reflecting of like a teenage years. You know what I'm saying? Where maybe it comes off as like really maybe needy, clingy, just playful, where it doesn't come off as like you want to be a partner. It comes off like you just want to joke and play. You just want to, maybe be in the arts and crafts, listen to music all day, go to the movies and shit. You want to go on dates. It doesn't seem like you want long term, is what I'm giving. All right. So that's what I mean. Doesn't say that you can't, but like from the vibes I get, I don't see the potential of it just yet. Because a lot of y'all act very indifferent. You're maybe a little socially awkward, or you perceive yourself as that. You know what I mean? You guys move on very quickly when something makes you uncomfortable. So, like any opportunity to go deeper, like who would you think that you would marry or stay with in the long term if when things get uncomfortable, you get gone, or you decide to move along, or you decide to like, you know what I mean? Try something else. I don't know, but I do get you guys talking out with people who maybe frustrated you, annoyed you. They trigger you, but they trigger you guys into healing, growing, and transforming into a better version of yourself where you're going to want to be out more. You're not going to be on the fence about opportunities that are being presented to you. You're not going to be able to say no. People aren't going to be able to tell you no either. So you're going to be in like a more energy or like an energy where you're like recognizing that some of this stuff is temporary. And like while there's a time or a moment for you maybe to go to Roof Chris or go to Carmine's or go to wherever you may like to go, Nobu or whatever you like to eat that maybe you don't go to regularly or whatever experiences you would like to have that you do not regularly have. These people are coming into your life really to get you guys out of isolating, self-loathing, depression. These are people who are meant to bring spark back into your life. And you guys, by being too critical, will ruin it. And it's on you if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Because the Two of Swords is like indifferent, blocked, ignoring it. Okay. If these are people who ignored you, they're starting to view you guys in a different light where they want to date y'all. And they're going to try to transition y'all connection by inviting themselves into your world or into your space or starting conversations and all that good shit. You know what I mean? So they may be a little shy at first, a little reserved, a little cautious at first. You may be confused about what they're doing, but they're going to start being more playful, flirty, charming, outgoing, generous, and then you'll know. You'll know. All right, so it could be a Virgo, Libra, Cancer, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. I said Pisces? Yeah. So you will have some people who will be falling like head over heels for y'all in the beginning, but then it burns out. So like have fun. Have fucking fun or don't have fun. Do what you do, and then you know what I mean, be holding on to the frustration and anger. All right. So oh shit, wait, hold on. Aquarius, hold on. Let's see what's on their thoughts real quick. Aqua, what's on their thoughts? Hmm. So what's on their thoughts? I'm having a hard time being vulnerable and putting down my guard. Trap king. So some of y'all they want to trap y'all. I'm only with her or him for the kids. Anything but love. Okay, you're a little bit crazy, but I love it. And then we'll overcome this. So that's what's on their thoughts at this time. Okay, so here we go, Pisces. Woo! We made it to the end. What is they saying in there? What's in the chat? Yep, follow me on Instagram, y'all. I'll be posting. I'll be posting on the Instagram, y'all. Yeah, check me out. I'll be posting every day. I'll be doing the reels. I'll be doing the shorts. I mean, the reels are the shorts. I'll be doing the reels. I'll be doing the written posts. I'll be doing lives now. What else I'll be doing? I'll be doing them in my stories. I'll be putting content everywhere. Terror everywhere. It'd be everywhere. All right, for some of y'all about to get what y'all really want. Some of y'all, if it's a past person coming back into your life, then it's somebody you really want to engage with. Others of y'all gonna be going back to a period where you were feeling more empowered, doing what you wanted, whatever that may have been for y'all. So you may be dealing with relationships that bring up a lot of intensity, or you're dealing with like connections that make you feel more empowered, or you're just doing stuff that gives you a boost in confidence. So we got the sun here. So we'll see. So some of y'all are dealing with a Leo, dealing with a Pisces, but you guys are dealing with partners who idolize, romanticize, and see you guys as a perfect mate partner. It's a renewal. We got Scorpio. I mean, we got Pluto energy. That's a Scorpio. So some of y'all's gonna be a renewal of your image or renewal of your confidence. It could be also a renewal of the way that you guys see relationships, the way you guys see romance, the way you guys connect to people on a deeper level, like on a past the superficial. You know what I mean? Okay. And past the superficial. And then there be connections where you guys will have just deeper bonds. I know these would be people who just romanticize and idolize y'all. They see y'all in a higher light, like you can't do no wrong. Or you're gonna view these people in this light. Even if these are past people who make you happy that they're coming back, that you guys are having to start over again. It's like I got what I wanted from this person, or I'm getting what I really, really wanted deep down. You know what I mean? So even if it's a past person that like, maybe broke your heart or whatever, the Pluto energy could sometimes be taboo or can sometimes be something deeper, like that's like unspoken of as well. It's like, me and this person have a bond that like other people just don't get. I see potential where other people don't see potential and blah, 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 all that good stuff. Somebody who ghosted y'all or somebody who had more power over you in a relationship. And it seems that the dynamic is shifting because that Pluto means that the power dynamic between y'all shifts. You have more power now. So that's what it's given. So that's why I say they romanticize you or they idolize you because they're seeing you as a better partner now, or they're seeing you. Oh, we had 200 likes. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. Hello. Thank you. Okay, so romantic partner coming your way. Romantic and generous. Even if it's a past partner, they're going to be romantic and generous. We got the moon here. So you got secret admirers that are going to be popping out in your love life next. People who've been around lingering, who just never expressed themselves, are going to be getting the confidence to express themselves. So with the Pluto energy, it could be a renewal, but it could also be a transformation of existing relationships, especially stagnant ones or confusing or where there was uncertainty or vagueness. There's going to be a clear up of that. The sun illuminates all confusion. So wherever there was confusion at, wherever there was like suppressed emotions or hidden feelings, all that stuff's going to get revealed to y'all soon. So some of y'all are going to have like a partnership that maybe like secretive, starts off secretive, but then soon everybody knows about it. Or your romantic life is going to take off in that light where at least the connections you have is secretive, or you're connecting with people in secret, then soon everybody kind of knows. And it seems like everybody's going to be attracted to you in that light too, where like soon everybody knows, like let's say that you're dating around and maybe you don't have to settle. People want to be a part of it. They're like, oh, she be dealing with men who just be like buying her stuff, or he be dealing with women who just be letting him have his way. So I'm just going to be with him. It kind of works the same way for both genders. You know what I mean? Realistically, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird, but it does. Because with the two, with the Pluto, it's taboo, but also the death can be taboo, especially with the moon. You're dealing with some taboo situations, or you guys are questioning what is the right or wrong way when it comes to relationships because we got the Hierophant here. So some of these relationships, they are going to the next level. Maybe marriage, maybe commitment, maybe more solid investment, like giving each other harsh truths, opening up and saying the uncomfortable conversations, which is the harsh truths. But like finding more pleasant or gentler ways to say it. You know what I mean? Because the Hierophant is here, which can also be forgiveness. You know what I mean? It's also a level of forgiveness, but from a spiritual aspect of like, I need to forgive you because maybe you didn't know no better. Maybe I didn't know no better. You know what I mean? So I get people wanting to invest in y'all. People are about to come back into y'all lives, whether it be new people or old people. You guys are about to be catching a lot more attention shortly in a more romantic way too, where people probably romanticize you and see you as a husband or a wife, or they already see some of y'all, if they don't romanticize you like as a husband or wife, they kind of peg you already to be like a freaky freak. You know what I mean? You may not be, but they may kind of already view you like that with the Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. They may feel like they have something over you. Like if you're a man, they may think that you want sex and that that's their leverage. If you're a woman, they may think that you want their money and that's their leverage, or they may think that you want their sex and that's your leverage. You know what I mean? So they may kind of like feel that way. They may feel like you want something from them, so this is their leverage. You may be dealing with partners like that, and then others of y'all are gaining the power in connections where you may have something over your partners and they're aware of it, and they're still feeling drawn towards you because you provide some type of security, some type of sanctuary. They feel safe around you. They feel taken care of. You know what I mean? They can trust you with all honesty. They could be vulnerable and like come undone around you. So like this could be somebody who like people can have like, temper tantrums. They could be insecure. They could be like exposing weakness and you don't take advantage of them. They just like feel safe around you, uncannily safe around you, or uncanny. Is it uncanny or uncannily? Can I say uncannily? Yeah, uncannily safe around you. Where like even if they don't know you, or even if you haven't been around each other in a while, like just when I get back around you, I feel safe. I feel seen. I feel understood. I feel heard. I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. So some of y'all people are trying to come back into your life, like come back home. You know what I mean? This time they're going to be bringing something of value or bringing something to show that they appreciate you, that they see, your worth, all that good shit. All right. They may become let's say, more sensitive to your needs and shit. Yeah. That's all that. You know what I mean? But a lot of these are going to start off as secretive affairs or like just reconnecting in secret. So like you may just be texting each other at first, or maybe you guys are just like meeting at like after work or something, you know what I mean? Sitting in the car and talking, or, you know what I mean? Like it kind of goes into that level because like there's somebody who doesn't want you to get away from her, or these are people who don't want you fully to end it out of their life or like be gone for good. You know what I mean? They probably need you more than anything. I think that's what's really going on. They're not saying that. They probably need you. You probably brought a lot to the table, or you probably were like a step up from their previous connections. You know what I mean? Like whoever they may have dated before, you probably broke the mold. And they're like, oh, I'm glad that I ran into you because you really taught me how I needed to be treated, or how I should really be like, what I mean, given to, and what I should look for in a partner. So like if it's past people, you were like one of the best partners that they had, or this was like one of your favorite partners coming back, one or two. But either way, if it's your favorite partner, you got the leverage. If it's them, if it's you going back, then they got the leverage. But it could be either which way. Who knows? What I'm saying is there's a shift in the power dynamic between y'all. So let's look and see what's on their feelings or heart, whatever. I know that I hurt you. I regret what I did. Okay. So definitely for the Five of Pentacles, people who feel left out. I missed that ass. Okay. You're the plug. Nobody can do it like you. I said that though, in like so many other ways. And then we got forgive me, please. All right, so it will be. Yeah, I did say forgiveness was there. All right, so could be Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus. I said Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn. Is that all signs? No, but it was close. Okay, but that was almost all of them. But anyway. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all for rocking and rolling. This was a good one. I enjoyed this. I got some other topics tomorrow, so I'll be doing a different topic tomorrow. Maybe one of the ones that I've done on Instagram, maybe one of the ones that I've done somewhere. I don't know. But I got another topic. So you guys will probably see me tomorrow. Maybe at the same time, maybe a little earlier. I have to see how it's going to all play out. But I intend to be here again tomorrow, pretty much all this week if I can. Well, I wasn't here Monday, was I? I wasn't here yesterday. Wait, today's Tuesday? Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. So I wasn't here yesterday or Monday, but I'm planning to be here for the rest of the week. All right. So thank you all for the likes. Thank you all for the shares, subscribes. Thank you all for the monies, for the snacks, for the candies. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. Much love to you. I'm gone.